Oh boy, I'm so excited.
Yes, thank you, Midna.
Such king beans.
Oh, I'm live. Hello.
Hello.
Every time.
Thank you for our wonderful producer for telling us exactly when we're live, and we're just kind of
We're all just
around.
vibing.
Welcome back to the producer, silence producer.
Come on,
Welcome.
Jacob, you can do it.
I'm doing my best here. Welcome to the Ardent Roleplay stream. I, of course, am Jacob, your GM. I am joined, of course, by the lovely Mac, Trent, Steph, and Romy, and for the first time as well, the lovely Keegan. Welcome them all to this lovely stream, and we'll basically get a little bit started because they'll be having our new character today, and we did say goodbye, of course, last time to the lovely Nick, who, bless his little cotton socks, has gone with his lovely Hubert outwards west to continue his one-man band shenanigans, and I'm sure we'll see him again very soon.
They're just like, yes.
Where last we left our intrepid adventurers, they had just defeated not one but two of the very powerful individuals controlling the cult of the Iron Hand within the town of Havensburg. They had gone to the bastion, dealt with the Vrock, as they is known, and basically dealt a crippling blow, some would say, to the cult as a whole. The cult, of course, spreading plague throughout the various towns and fellowships within Namina, causing, of course, the entire country itself to be contained within a quarantine from the other realms. Of course, our lovely adventurers are trying to assassinate everyone responsible, or who they believe to be responsible, with, of course, the Book of Anthem. A magical tome that they have found within the town of Arbor that they are using basically as a hit list to, deal with the cult.
You can't call it that, Jacob. It's not a hit list. It's totally a hit list.
It sounds like a hit list.
little hit list.
Just a little bit.
Give up. They just don't.
As
do
a
it.
treat.
After, of course, chatting and saying their goodbyes to the lovely Hubert Shamshalam, who will always be with us, they went and returned back to the Emerald Inn, where they are currently sitting, debating what to do next. And I'll send up the old Emerald Inn for you guys to have a look at on the old Ardent Roleplay as well. On the Market Square card as well. And unfortunately, Keegan, your new character, is not there yet.
Hi. Yes, you're
It's
very
time.
pushy.
Mhm.
Sorry, guys.
Cats. What can you do?
Manding pants.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Very
Market
nice.
Square.
Oh.
Right. So, I guess begin role playing. Activate.
There's always at least one man that doesn't have enough vegetables on his plate.
There is. It's in every place. His wife is at home. He's cheating on his diet.
He just really feels like fish today. Who knows what he eats?
Activate second time.
Fish pretty good for you.
At least he's not eating, a giant, ham leg or something like that. It's not quite
Ham
as
hocks.
good. Ham hocks is,
Ham
not
hocks.
quite as good for you as fish is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
I
what
like
he's
to imagine that we are indeed debating other people's dietary choices.
Oh yeah, no, Bear
like-
started it. Bear and Lillian started it. They're just sitting there judging people quietly.
eating. So what do you guys do after a big adventure where you've defeated a huge boss? Oh, I like to go back to the inn and just people watch,
Judge them.
judge them a little bit.
It's just a bit too much to process, so you just ignore all that trauma,
Mhm.
start judging other people instead.
It's called repression, people.
Oh yeah.
This is dark fantasy.
Yes, go
Yikes.
say Damon's an expert.
Conceal, don't feel. That's what they say.
That's it.
We call this
Show.
controlling what we can when things seem out of control.
Mhm. Secretly just crying about Hubert.
Baird's totally not upset about Hubert, but he's actually very upset about Hubert.
Oh, he did care.
No, you can't tell people that. Baird doesn't care about anybody
Mog's
except
gonna
Lillian.
and buy a round of beers
Mm.
for my friends.
And of course,
At
Last-
least two.
last
Alright,
time we did lose the wonderful Mather Man as well.
Dude, to remember all
Lost to the plains, for all we know.
I mean, this is why we're judging other people's food because we're just too sad to think about it right now.
Yeah.
We're all just going to go home, rethink our lives, and have a good cry after this.
Yep.
Baird actually drinks the alcohol that is given to him as well.
Who is he, and what have they done with him?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm done.
He makes a face about it. He doesn't like the taste, but he definitely needs to drink it.
I'm done with this nonsense. I'm out. I don't have you with me. Oh.
A fucking lightweight as well.
Probably, yeah.
Boy is like pretty drunk after one beer.
Mog is definitely left. Like everyone's got a beer, but Mog's still holding on to like 4 and just drinking like 2 at a time.
Yes, like super double parked.
And in this session of the
Double
Veil of
parked on
Dusk,
2 levels.
the entire party gets incredibly wasted in Havensburg.
It went so well last time. Don't we all remember that?
I remember it very well.
It was wonderful.
I think you just might.
You, Damon, come on, bottoms up.
Damon like looks at the drink and decides not to have one because he's still kind of worked up about the Mapper Man thing and he doesn't remember what happened last time.
It's as you guys start I'll get you guys all to roll me a quick con save because you can get on the beers as it were
Get on the beers.
as Dan Andrews would want.
Thanks, Dan.
Dan Andrews, patron saint of getting sourced.
Oh, that's right. My con's like minus. God damn it.
Mine's really good and I only got 1.
Yeah, I was looking at Mog's roll. I'm like, oh no, already.
Oh no.
Tonight.
That's not too bad.
It's not too
For a
bad.
-1.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to say Mog is sourced. Lillian, you're sourced. You're not fishnickered yet, but you're on the way. You're on the way, man. Just watch yourself.
Baird is pleasantly buzzed.
And Damon, you can roll with disadvantage if you'd like, because you don't.
Damon's not drinking
I'm
alcohol.
not drinking.
You're drinking. Oh.
No, I'm not drinking. Damon's really feeling this, you know?
Damon's
He's still-
stone cold sober.
Yeah, he wants to
he's
feel
dumb.
this. He wants to feel this emotion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's as you guys are getting a little bit sourced, and Steph is trying to sing one of the classic Hubert Shamshalam, songs, of course.
Baird is providing accompanying music by alternating between picking up his violin and his lyre and trying to play them both at the same time.
Yeah, you're trying to one-man band it, but it's just not working out for you.
It's so not working. I'm not even going to perform this role. It's just shit.
Yeah, that's so good. But as you kind of like start kind of getting into it and you like trying to like settle down for the evening, Gaston sachets into the tavern, of course. You can see it on the rogue card if you want to have a look at Gaston, if you want to remember who he is. For all those playing at home, you are able to use the spectator code and actually see the little image down at the little bottom there where the Twitch is and have a look at what we're looking at. So
How can you forget Gaston?
How
could you forget Gaston?
William.
Behind Gaston is about 6.5 foot tall, built like I would say a brick shit house. We'll go, like half
put it politely.
Yeah, built like a brick shit house, like half orc basically. Kind of wheel like in what looks like kind of like leathers and furs and this kind of like quite beautiful looking like brocade of what appears to be like I would suppose clan kind of like colors basically. For those of you who are familiar with the clans of the Highlands of Slough, you'd actually probably recognize them as like at least recognize them, if not like have a better idea of them. But this very built orc is kind of like walking behind them. And Gaston kind of looks to all of you and does the kind of ...
All
Hello.
the bevies on the table.
Mog's there just like,
all the empty cups on the table.
I see that you are celebrating.
morning.
Interesting choice of words.
Kind of like looks around and is like, where's the loud charismatic one that you
left.
have around you? Oh.
He is gone, along with all of his beautiful songs. And one day we will find someone that will play just like
I play better than he does. I just don't play as loud as he does.
See.
I mean, we got bad. I mean, don't worry. We'll be right.
Well, I would like you to quickly be
Drunk
introduced.
orc is always so polite.
Drunk orcs is usually quite polite. Speaking of orcs, I would like to introduce you to someone. Actually, this is Asasha. Asash.
It is a pleasure to meet you all.
Pleasure to meet you.
Companion of mine. They'll be coming along with for some amount of time, but I thought I'd introduce you and we'll have a quick drink. And he like sits down, like gives a kind of like a quick wave over towards the bartender and they're like, I'll get you a bloody wanky drink. They seem to kind of know Gaston. You all kind of know Gaston. He's a vibe.
Who doesn't know Gaston?
No,
A good question.
No one.
Just cut off.
Yeah, that's all you need. Okay, so he's like, sits down, gets a drink, gets another drink for Asash. Asash
is correct.
Asash, good. Jacob's not good at names. Number 5. It's only the 16th episode. It'll be fine. What are you drinking, by the way? He like looks to you. Like, Asash.
I'll have an ale.
No, like, an ale.
Mog's like pretty tipsy here, but he'll just be like, because he's got 4 beers with him right now, he'll just with the other 2 just be like,
thank you very much.
He's probably all drunk out some of them, but yeah.
It's like half empty.
It's like waterfall into the mouth.
Bear's just like,
It's the thought that counts.
It is.
no, it's really not. Because if he'd put any more thought into it, he would have realized that handing someone your half-finished backwash is probably not the politest way to say hello.
some cultures,
I was going to say, maybe this is a typical orc custom. What would you guys know?
maybe it's respectful. To do it this way.
Yeah.
Can
Well,
in my
it's gross.
half-drunk brain actually roll a history for
You
this?
may absolutely. You can roll disadvantage though.
I was going to
Um,
say, I'm assuming disadvantage.
Yeah, you're like pew 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 pew.
Bear
Maybe
is
you're more
from-
focused. Who knows?
I was going to say, Bear is from the Highlands, and from the courtly side of the Highlands as well. Would he have knowledge of...
You want me a history check?
I will roll you then. Oh, I will.
You will. Do
I
it.
might.
Got a 9.
You got a 9. You're
Is this an orc custom?
probably. Seems legit.
As far as you're aware.
I'm just totally chill about it.
11.
Yeah, sick. You know there's an orc clan. They are, and you know probably the name Tatiana.
Tatiana Bloodmouth.
Tatiana Bloodmouth, yes. You know the name Tatiana Bloodmouth. Yeah, I already told you, huh? How dare I?
No, I just know it.
Yeah, you know the name Tatiana Bloodmouth, who leads basically a clan of orcs. But more than that, you can't really tell.
Cool.
Maybe this is one of them, but they look very small for what you know orcs of the Highlands to kind of be. Orcs of the Highlands are like
Giant.
like 8 foot tall plus. Oh, 8 foot.
Seems like
Bear is just gonna lay his hands on, just fold his hands on the table, but specifically with his signet ring pointed towards Asajj. Fancy signet ring.
Mm-hmm. Huh? And Asajj, like you obviously note this if you would like. You're like, yeah, you kind of know a little bit about it. You recognize the ring, I'll say, and
Cool.
Or you
What would I know about? What would
you do? You would know about the ring and probably like the signet. You could, because you can tell the kind of symbology, but to know more information about that would be a bit of all. But you know that this is a ring of the vampiric clan. They are. There's only one of them in the Highlands, and they are quite well known.
Sort of give you a look and say, a fellow Highlander, I see. Like sits down opposite Bear.
Bear just like makes a little bit of a face, like.
Mm-hmm. The muscle flexing.
It's just Bear, it's just judgment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to hear about the leaving of your friend.
yes, he was a good friend, but he's in a better place now, just around the corner, I think, having a good life.
Oh, he left town. He left town for Shanky's to the north.
I thought he was doing something here. Oh, Love that.
He'll fit in much better at Shanky's.
Mm-hmm. Shanky's number 2, not the Shaken's number 1. Shanky's number 1, different place.
That fit in well at the other Shanky's as well.
Who knows? Maybe he'll get shanked.
Just left him there. We can only hope.
How rude.
Mog's gonna just like rock around just a little bit drunk, be like, Sarge, haven't seen a fellow orc in a while. Where have you come from? What brings you here?
Oh, I've been traveling with Gaston here for a while, and before that had been sent on something of a journey from home. Part of the training.
Gaston is a fun character. We love him, don't we, team?
Some kind of like
Bear just pointedly looks at Lillian, just like, yeah, definitely.
He's just like looking between Gaston and Bad, catches Bad's eye, just like puts her head on the table.
Bear's like smug ass.
So I just kind of takes away another large draught of the beer that he got from Mog. Just like,
ooh, there's some social situation going on here. What's going on? This is spicy.
Word.
Jamie, you're being quiet. Be loud. Come tell us. What is on your mind?
I just miss Hubert. I just miss him a lot. This has been a Sash, right?
yes.
Well, if you're joining us, you ought to know we've
Who said he was joining us?
committed a lot of mass murder in the past. Things have been pretty terrible, and
Damon's the sober one.
Damon, we've talked about this. It's not murder. We're defending ourselves.
Though they were cult Damon, and they were literally trying to kill us. They were trying to kill everyone.
Okay. Lillian's Lillian's forehead was flat on the table. She's gonna turn her face aside and be like, maybe not in the middle of busy places, and then just go back onto her forehead again.
You can see like the other patrons just look back to their drinks. Like the guy without any vegetables is just like,
Really interested in those peas all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. Whoa!
It's very important that you get a pea on every single like prong of the fork.
Exactly. But yeah, Gaston kind of looks up to you, to Damon, and is like, yeah, you guys have definitely not been the most subtle of adventuring parties, but I mean, you get the job done, right?
Exactly.
Seems to me like the plague is still at force, and we're very slowly killing the cause. And he just like kind of like slumps onto the table,
You
very
figured
depressed.
out what's been causing the disease going around.
Well, they have a theory, Ashram, but sorry, Sasha.
Hush.
Asash. It's this every time, man. Okay, Asash. They have a theory.
Rip
Asash.
Jacob.
Rip me.
You can read the Roll20, by the way.
I can, but I can't read it because I read it. I'm like, Asurash.
Asurash.
I have a sticky note, write it phonetically, stick it on your monitor, because that's what I'm doing to remember. I will memorize this no matter what.
In the way that I have to say it. But anyway. Gaston, sorry. I
have a theory.
Had a few beers. What brings you to this tavern?
Well, if I didn't know any better, I would say that you're drunk, because I'm always in a tavern of some sort. Always working, obviously. But, I mean, I thought I would introduce the lovely Asash. Because I was under the impression that you might have aligned interests, at the very least, with defeating the plague. But they are kind of asking for me to, take them around the place. We have traveled before, and they happen to be a particularly good healer and not altogether bad in a fight. And he like pokes one of your like bulging biceps, like poke. Like,
is that just like, is that very subtle, like flexing while not flexing?
Pure steel, this one. But
staring directly at the two of them, like sips the drink, like
holding on to his beers, like these two beers just in one, like healer. healer. Like I won't need to heal myself and the rest of the team.
Oh,
what you've been doing?
share the load.
I mean, that depends if Sash wants to join you, really.
Does Mog still have holes in his armor, by the way?
Oh
Yes, he still holds out. Like, there's like a huge like bird claws and stuff like that,
Cool.
and like the
Anything
bite marks.
bigger than a foot in like any direction?
No.
No.
Cool.
Like
1 second, if I may. Mending cantrip and heals all the holes in the armor.
You like start like
Now that's a flex.
just low key flexing.
you see Mog drop both of his beers.
Oh, the beers.
Thing as he just like rubs his whole plate armor because it's been a while that like he's got these holes in that he's been like, I've been needing to get these fixed. Oh, it's so friggin' long, and he just like gives Azash like a big hug, being like, "Thank you."
All right, give him a big orc hug. Give me a strength test.
Big orc.
Strength check for both of you.
Yes, do it.
And one orc embraces another orc. God damn, that's right. You got.
Oh,
Oh,
Damn.
we have a +6, Mac. It's kind of weird.
yeah, I know.
You got +6 to strength? No,
I
you
like
don't.
that both of you just junked that roll. They are both very strong, but when they both hug each other, they both appear very weak.
Mm-hmm.
Strength 19, so +4
Same.
plus armor and orc, so +2.
Well, no, that's not how that works.
Is that
What?
how it works?
No, the +2 is you get the +2 to your ability
Strength.
score.
Okay.
So that would make your 17 and 19.
Okay. Oh no, you're right. I'm 19. I don't know why it's added then. Is there something else that happens? It's just.
Don't think so. Shouldn't do.
It's weird that Roll20 is doing it for you, like adding 6 for you. It's not a thing that you inputted manually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Happy. But in any case, you both hug it out, and you get the sense that both of you are very strong. Sort of.
Strong. This could have been a way stronger hug, but we decided this is the first time we've ever hugged. Let's keep it nice.
Let's keep it nice. It's a little
friendly.
bit. It's quite holdy. Like cradle each other. Like this is...
If I punch myself and I hurt myself, am I strong or weak?
Now, you guys were in what was that place down the bottom there? Turston Town, yeah? You were in Turston Town, right?
Yeah, we went through Turston Town.
Yeah. Asash here had some questions actually about Turston Town. You were wondering if maybe you were able to answer them potentially? If
Barrett looks at Damon, who is, 10 years older than when we started this campaign.
Yeah.
Bear just looks at Damon and looks at their empty drink. Just,
yeah, he got some grey hairs like in the throat and
guess how old he is?
behind the helmet.
We restored a few years though, did we?
Yeah, because
a few, but you
aged 40,
40,
and now you're only 10 years older.
That's right. That's right.
His helmet, so I completely forget that.
I like that out of everyone who got hit with that negative effect, the only one who didn't get hit with it was the one who would be affected by the aging process.
The two elves, the elf and the tiefling, who are like, I can take a few more years. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
What's a century
Death
here
is
and there between
arbitrary.
friends?
Yeah, it's fine. Orcs just orcs live pretty long, right? Right, Mac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the verge of death.
Less. Azash, did you have questions about Tristan? Turston?
I just heard some interesting tales coming out of Turston on the way past.
Like what?
Jacob, like what?
What tales have we heard, Jacob?
Well, sorry, I assume you read or watched all of the Veil of Dusk. That's so good. No. Well, you know one thing about Turston Town. It is a basically desiccated, ruined town that's basically just a wound in the civilized society of Namina because it was basically burned to the ground and filled with ghouls for most people's understanding. And now, none of that, and has life growing in it, which is what I was saying about the
nature is healing.
Nature is healing. Yes, nature is literally actually healing, and it's to do with the wells that exist within Namina, the ones that are like filled with life and death.
Ah, right.
Hmm.
Yes, I was just wondering what happened. It used to be such a desolate place, and now seems to be on the mend again, which I did not think was happening anytime soon.
Sticks a hit licking up. We fixed it.
We made it. Mm-hmm.
We found a well of power, I think.
With murder.
And Gaston's like, I was like, you read my mind, Ben. Like, I was going to say, did you use murder to achieve this end?
Well, that's what we did to all the ghouls, but they definitely needed it.
No, and I look at Damon and I go, no, we used defense. We used defense to fix it.
Sometimes bloodshed is an unavoidable part of life.
You used a fence to kill them? What?
Defense.
Defense?
Defense.
Did you hit your head, Gaston?
I was making a pun, Bed, but ruined all my fun then, weren't you?
Yeah, I will.
Absolutely rude. Very rude.
I know.
Speaking of
It's
fun,
part of my
actually, where's Genvolia? Have you seen her recently? I thought she would be doing the big do up at the castle. Or that you would be up at the castle doing same do.
Oh yeah.
It's just like that look of, it's like, how do we tell him everyone's dead?
Takes another big drink, just
Yes.
finishes the cult. This is
So the
awkward.
cult was trying to kill everyone with the plague, and we stopped them, but not before they dispossessed everyone of their bodies. We don't know if they're dead or on another plane. They're not here anymore.
Excuse me.
They're dead.
Genvolia is gone.
Dead.
She's potentially not dead. She may just be somewhere else.
Dead.
We self-defense
I'd
them all
also
to
be
death.
dead.
We did not
You
kill
killed them
Genvolia.
all?
No,
Oh my
we
God.
killed the people who hurt her and the
Yeah.
others and
It all just becomes
The
a blur to me.
cultists did the
the
thing.
cultists killed all the townspeople, all the people who had lived here.
But-
I mean, you are starting to sound a little bit like the boy who cried wolf. It was the cultist, I think. It was the cultist. Okay. Look, I don't cast any judgment on how you operate your
I
business.
threw up maggots. I am not lying about the fucking cult.
He's like,
Calm down, Ben.
whoa, okay. I see it. All right. It's just got some high issues here. I get it. Look, just here to help. I thought I
At
introduced
that
my nice
comment-
friend here.
Asas's just gonna very quietly cast like detect poison and disease.
Yep, you cast detect poison disease.
Is there any more maggots around?
So cast detect disease is like within the area, yeah?
Can sense the presence of poison, poisonous creatures, and disease within 30 feet of me.
Mm-hmm. Cool, you definitely detect some disease. You detect disease in specifically Damon's character. He's got the plague at the moment, as does the individual not eating his vegetables just behind you, as well as a sense from the actual tavern keeper as well.
Asas just kind of sits up a little bit straighter and then looks at Damon. Are you feeling okay, Brent?
Yes. Yeah, I feel fine. I feel fine. Yes. I feel self-defensed out. That's all I say. That's all I say.
Bear's just sort of like looking at Damon like,
What? What? I feel fine.
You
Like Gaston like touches you and feels you. It's like, yeah, he actually does feel pretty fine.
Thank you, Gaston.
Asas drops into speaking Orcish.
Mm-hmm.
Says to Mac, I believe your friend may have caught the plague.
I say in Orcish, that's unfortunate.
Gaston says in Orcish, "Eee." That's a bit rough.
What are you guys talking about?
dude, Bear just sort of picks at their nails. Just
Asas actually gives Lillian an appreciative look. Oh, you speak the tongue.
Oh yeah, you pick it up along the way.
Good to know.
It's the linguistics, you know. It's got to have that good linguistics.
sound like people with the
I
chin.
was also kind of surprised. It's been a long time since he's.
Oh, bro, do you live books too? Yeah, I live books a lot. Wow. You're real smart. I love that, man. Nice.
Morgan will go, no, I did not know that he is sick. He is not sick, is he? What kind of sick?
He is definitely sick, I can tell it, as is the barkeep and the man over there not eating his vegetables.
Okay. Then
Like Gaston looks around, like, you should definitely eat those.
Are we going to do the thing? Because that's good to
Yeah, probably do the thing. This is the language thing.
If we're speaking another language in a group, do the thing. If we all understand.
Yeah.
Am I doing it right?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
going
side.
to do one thing first. Most importantly, I'm going to go up to Damon and grab him by the face and just go, heal, and just give him lay of hands.
You suck out the disease from him and you're like into the spittoon just on the side of the the side of the chamber. You're like, yeah, nice. You're like,
They're just like, ugh.
Back to Asajj. Did that help?
yeah, no, he's cured of the disease. It's all changed.
That seems to have done the trick.
Trent, you feel a little, I don't know, less. It's one of those hard things to kind of discern. You're like, oh, I feel a bit better, maybe, but I wasn't feeling too bad. But I feel better, I guess. That's good. You would have.
Well, I feel top of the morning too. Feel great. I look over at Mark. I was like, why did you do that? Why do I feel great? Can I drink?
Yes, you can drink. I dropped all my beers. Damn it.
My biz, no.
I would get
Bear just
myself
like
a
lifts a
drink.
hand and like calls for another round. Like,
The bartender does a pretty hard cough and then brings over the round like. So, there you go.
Thank you.
oh, I changed my mind.
Heads him down and is like, just gotta walk
I'm
back
going to
out.
go up to, I'll be like, Asajj, did you say the man over there not eating his greens is also a bit sick?
Correct, as is the barkeep. But as the barkeeper lays down the drinks, Asajj will like grasp him by the forearm to like say thank and cast lesser restoration.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah.
I'm
Just to
sipping my
cost
drink.
the bartender.
Confused.
No, just like shaking their hand. Thank you for putting down the drinks, and you no longer have the plague.
You're welcome.
And you no longer have the plague. By the way, I've cured your plague. Like, what? Because that's got verbal and smack components. So you're like, you grab the by the hands, like,
Just
like,
fuck.
oh.
Say, Gesundheit.
Say some magic words. It's like, you are now cured of the disease. Like,
I'll get,
oh, okay.
give me one moment. And Mog gets up, goes to the guy in the corner that's not eating his veggies. Oh, and the same thing that he does to Damon, grabs him by the face and goes, heal! And he's just
All
like,
right.
Because that's not weird at all.
Let's see if he takes umbrage with this.
Damon leads over to Baird. He goes, you know what I miss most about Hubert? I could understand him. What's going on?
You can understand me.
Oh, that is true.
Bear just leans over and just flicks him in the forehead. Fuck you.
That's warranted. That's warranted. Goes back to drinking. That's warranted.
Yeah, it was.
This guy like punches you in the helmet, in the helmet, Mog, and like hurts his hands. Like, ow! What are
There's
you?
laughs.
Get away from me! And like pushes you away a little bit, and like tries to leave.
okay, I get that. Boundaries. Whoops.
Yeah,
I'll not do that again.
you will do it again.
You will.
You absolutely will.
Inevitably.
Bear's like weeping with laughter. Like, yes, got him.
You're absolutely right. I will. One day. Probably to Damon.
Like you drink up the beers.
Does that cure all of the plague in the immediate area?
Well, there's definitely some plague on the beers now. Plague still exists.
Not touching the
There's a lot of plague around the place. You know, there's plague on the beers. Germs. You know, germs everywhere.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
drinking
I know
the
learned
beer, so
nothing from
am
our
I
current state of the
Like
global panorama.
Yeah, like the thing as well, like, is that you can feel that there's a lot of plague around the place just because like you're able to detect where it is. You're like, there's plague in these parts. An interesting fact.
We
that
can't
you
stop
actually-
here. This is plague country.
An interesting fact that you would have known is that there's much less plague in Thurston Town. In fact, there's almost none.
Yes, we killed all the ghouls and the creepy ghost thing and stuff.
Yes, that was the important
Yay.
bits that probably
Absolutely.
contributed to that. Yep,
No, it
absolutely.
wasn't.
Well, we're not going to tell you. You make your own decisions. You guys are smart.
That was the one I
adventurers.
slept. That was the game that I slept through.
Oh,
I didn't
nice.
sleep through it. I wasn't available.
Oh, yes, of course I remember that. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, there's still plague like around the place, and you're like, probably don't drink these beers.
Damon's already drinking the beer.
I am. I'm
Glug,
it's
glug.
almost finished.
Yeah, Baird's pushed it away because Baird's like, one is enough.
You can roll me a Constitution save with advantage, Trent.
All right. A con save, eh?
A con save, yeah. In fact, anyone who drinks these beers can get a con save with advantage.
Baird's not drinking those beers.
But the beers are so fresh. Also, Steph, an important note that you want to take now that you have prestidigitation is you can chill and warm your beverages.
Nice.
Yay, prestidigitation buddies.
Holy Jesus. Yeah, you're fine. You get no plague. No plague for you, Mog.
I got 18.
But 18, you're fine as well from getting plague. That big plague energy.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I can catch the plague now. God damn it.
Yeah.
Sash will have.
With my -1 on con, it was like honestly, my patron was the only thing saving me from the plague.
Yeah. It's fine. You're fine.
It's totally fine. Everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is awesome. Asashi drinking the beers as well. He knows he can sort this out later.
Asashi will remember this. But yes, so that is mostly what your night will consist of. You'll kind of meet Asash and chat and all that kind of stuff. Is there anything else you'd like to chat about, or are you content to play out the evening and tuck in for bed?
Yeah.
Think about that.
I'm pretty good.
All right, so you're going to be staying at the Emerald Inn, I imagine, or are you going to be staying somewhere else? What would you like to do? Oh, we'll go around the table. So we'll go with Mac. What would you like to do first? Where would you like to stay?
Mog is going to go stay at the church because he's still a lot of room there that they offer up.
And there are much less priests there now, which is fun. In fact, there's one. Hilariously. And
Yikes.
and the various clerics.
Stay there, apparently,
What?
at the church. Because
You are more than welcome to stay at the church, yeah. You've got the background for it as well.
I was also saying it out loud to everyone because, most of the church are not there anymore.
Mm-hmm. Except for that one Chad who helped you, win. And I guess...
What a
I do
legend.
want to drunkenly follow up on him and see if he's okay.
Yeah. Stumbling. All right, cool. That's wonderful. Would anyone so you head off and do that? Would anyone like to follow him? Would anyone like to stay at the Emerald Inn? Tell me what you're doing. Trent, we'll go with next.
What I'm doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? Are you going to follow Mac, or are you going to?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I follow Mac. I follow Mog everywhere.
Yeah, you love Mog.
Yeah,
that's so great. All right, that's so good. Steph, what would you like to do with your character?
I'm going to look to bed. Be like, it's free bed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm staying here. Going to... I don't know how to sleep in the church. It's uncomfortable. I'm sure that their beds are just mats on the floor. I can have a soft, downy bed upstairs.
but it's free.
Lillian's going to stay wherever bed is.
Get this room.
Yes, yeah. So you guys will
Just stick
stay
near one of the
you two will
bards.
go. And Keegan, what would your
Sash
character
will
like
sleep
to
in
do?
the woods.
Sleep in the woods.
Like an animal.
You just walk out into the woods across from town, and you're like,
Yeah.
all right, cozy on in and have a quick nap in a tree, maybe.
Yeah. There's this giant 6'6" orc just holds himself up a tree.
Yeah, like
into the crook of a branch.
Gasso will all right, we'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll meet up here, I guess, again. And he will be staying inside the tavern as well, and probably round out the night with Baird and Lillian. And you're just chatting about stuff.
Oh.
As for
Very quickly,
yes,
we get free lodging as long as I perform.
you do get free lodging as long as you perform.
Yes, no.
Would you like to do some for free performing? Yeah, you get for your background. Yeah,
It is. It's part of my background.
Your background,
Fixed up,
man.
and I fixed up my background finally.
Solid.
But
So
now
I've
you get
got
all
my
these cool
popular
benefits. That's
yeah,
cool.
by popular demand, if I play somewhere, I get a free lodging and food.
All right.
You're welcome, guys. Now I can get us some. Hopefully, I can do a decent
Do
job
it
of
perform
this.
well. If you don't succeed,
I will. That. Oh, it is.
under arrest. Under arrest for bad barding.
Mm-hmm.
Bad barding. Bad barding? Bad barding. Bad barding. Oh,
12.
still a 12. You like almost got that 16 too. You play a
Almost
fine...
got 16. Look, it's not the worst performance they've ever done, but considering the trauma he's just suffered, it's pretty good.
What song do you play? A sad song that reminds you.
No, he plays this. He doesn't play a particularly sad song, but it is a song that is very reminiscent of like choral music, like church music. So it sounds almost churchy, but it's got like a kind of
by Hoser.
Huh?
By Hoser?
Yeah, by Hosier. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, it sounds like Hosier.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like Hosier. Yep. Instrumental Hosier.
Yeah. Is it the whiskey? The whiskey. It's the whiskey song. Yeah, everyone's a fan of the whiskey song. It's the new done thing. I
need to go and re-listen to a bunch of his stuff.
It's all pretty good. Anyway, lovely. So you like play this song, and in fact, you know what? I'm gonna get even. This Gaston is loves to be in the spotlight as well. He's gonna help you out. What the devil is going on?
Appreciate that. What? Love the noise that Roll20 makes.
He definitely plays like the guitar, like it's a kind of guitar lute kind of instrument, and it's like this very fine. What's the song it's called? It's like a Hispanic like medley on like the steel string guitar. Like it's very like fine and kind of beautiful. And he supports your act more than anything else. He's like, and you're getting quite good.
I am in fact the center of attention.
But he knows he was the best, and you know he was better than you. But
oh yeah.
So I wasn't like a help role. It was like, I'm better than you, but I'm giving to you this for free.
That's right. Bear's not that mad because he's kind of pretty, so
he is very pretty,
and and he's also not Hubert.
He's also not Hubert. These are facts.
It'll play nice because he knows that Lillian is into Gaston. The ongoing joke.
The ongoing joke of the booty call.
Yes.
Booty call.
But I was like, "Hey, you up, girl?" Like,
hey, you up?
Yes, I'm in the same tavern as you.
He's still into you, even though you stabbed him.
What you doing? You threw a knife at him. You threw a knife at him. Goddamn savage! You shot me right to the arm.
I'm not dead, but I'm very badly mad.
Yes, that is Gaston. When the knife was sticking out of his chest, like, oh!
Pretty sure I shot him with an arrow, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was an arrow.
It's a good thing I don't have to breathe. Otherwise, this would be really inconvenient.
He does actually have to breathe. He's only a damn fee. He's not an actual undead. He's like, ah!
He's not proper undead.
He was definitely like from what's it called? Ace Ventura, like When Nature Calls, like that. Ah! 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 Like two like spears. Anyway. But he hasn't quite forgiven her for that, so that's all good. Lillian, would you like to do anything while Baird and Gaston play the...
No. There's nothing I can do except sit here and make no scene.
Sure you can.
She takes a small nap.
Wait, hold up.
She tries to sleep off the hangover before bed.
Did you fail your con save?
Yes.
Drinking?
Yeah, she's sourced.
Did you get sourced, Lillian?
Yeah, Lillian got sourced.
Right,
I rolled like an 8.
Souse.
Things like that.
Well, you get to do one crazy. You have to do at least one crazy thing as Lillian.
One stupid. One Mac stupid. Got away with it. Mac assaulted a civilian.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's not bad. You got to do at least one crazy thing. It doesn't have to be big, but just what would drunken Lillian do? What would drunken Lillian do?
What would drunken? She'd probably crawl underneath the table and curl up with like her cloak as a pillow.
Okay.
And if anyone came to be like, you can't do that, she would actually hiss at them.
Yes.
Like full on feral tiefling hiss.
Jesus.
Where Lillian sleeps. Right here. No one can disturb.
You like go to one of like the other the two people in the back the table or they're nearby the fireplace, and you like crawl under there. Like they don't really notice you at first, but they're like, what the fuck is? And they like poke you with a walking stick, like, oh, and then you're like, at them. Like, oh, Jesus. And I'd be surprised if your horns can fit underneath that table, honestly. Like, they're
probably like she's probably got them under, but they're like poking out, so someone might trip on them.
Both of them.
Oh my god, they totally are going to do a trip roll. This is happening.
Please,
All right.
let someone
She's
trip
now
over them.
tripping us.
Come with me, and you'll
They
be
get a natural 20.
in a world of ocean violations.
They almost trip on them, but they're like, and toss the entire thing on, like, toss the contents of the table and tip it on the ground until they swing back and actually catch everything and hand it and then put it back on the table. Like,
Amazing.
Jesus. Jesus. And it was quite, Jesus. And they couldn't do it with quite a great deal of skill. And they're like, oi, what are you doing? Like,
Feral little gremlin.
and then, like, Gaston, like, notices it's happening and is like, stop that. Go away. And, like,
Bear just
and they just, like, wander off. They're like, and they leave the path and you curl up under the table. All is well with the end of the evening, but that's where I'll leave you guys. Keegan, your lovely Assash will be in the woods, and for Mog and Damon, you arrive at the temple itself, and I'll give you the quick reveal for the temple, because the temple looks nice. Love that. It is the dungeon card as well, if you want to have a quick looky-do at that. It's basically outside the temple. It's absolutely lovely.
Bloody lovely that is.
Bloody lovely, isn't it? Absolutely delightful.
That's lovely, that is.
That's very nice, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely bloody lovely. Right. So you arrive there basically, and there's no one in the little front entrance area.
I think you need to send it again. I can't see it.
It has been doing a thing where, like, you need to send it twice, which is a bit of a mood, but yeah. Well, I'll send it, and I'll send it, and I'll send it again.
Cool. And did you say that no one's here right now?
No one's here right now, no.
Okay. Mog will be like, aren't these statues so pretty? Like, to Damon, look at them. And I just like, look at them.
I like try and brace Mog a bit. Like, yes, they're nice. They were nice last time too.
Time out of their day to make these huge statues and 3 versions of them. And just
Yes.
all the bits. Like, Damon.
Yes, they are nice statues, Mog. I
They're
like them
super
too.
fresh.
Do I hear a bit
No
of
one else was
meta
here to appreciate
appreciation
them.
here?
I wanted to hear, Damon, that we need to appreciate these people that make statues.
You're absolutely right, Mog. It's a shame no one else is here to appreciate them but us. Shame.
As you're going to say that, 2 priests do walk out and kind of
Ah!
like two priests kind of walk out and kind of like look at you, and you know these aren't really like the paladinic types that you've interacted with, but they look like they've got like robes on that are a little bit bloody at the very bottom.
Or you're like kind of embracing like Damon a little bit more, like, you see that?
Yeah,
I
I can see that.
Hello, Brother Mog. Are you be joining us this evening?
Yes.
We'll be doing a midnight vigil for the fallen if you wish to join us.
Yes,
That's why we're here, right, Damon?
yes, that's why we're. Yes, that's why we're here.
Lovely. You and your companions, of course, always welcome at the Temple of Alban. Please. And they like take you back into like the temple proper, and you go to that courtyard area that you had seen previously, the one where you had met Alban, the Goliath. And in that like area is the bodies of the fallen knights, basically. In the center, like on a kind of a stone pallet, is of course the Goliath, Alban. And see the individual who you last met with, the one who had like basically been taken down and managed to rouse himself back to back to fighting force, and he looks deeply grim at the entire site. There are a few priests around the place, kind of tending to basically presenting the bodies and making sure they're well interred. And you kind of like, it's a generally grim sight. It is getting quite late in the evening as well, and they look like they'll be continuing all night.
We'll walk like over, and is there any? So Damon, like, is there any like obvious person in charge of the ceremony?
It seems to be the knight in question.
I'll like walk up to the knight. I'm with Mog, Church of Alban. Can we be of any assistance at all?
You've met this knight before. You know him from the fight with the like the priest underneath the bastion, and as well with the rock. You've met this guy before.
That's true. But is he like? So he's not wearing a helmet at all? Like see his face?
No, you can see his face. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then, I'll walk up to him, recognizing him. I will then walk up and say, "Hey, I'm here with Mog. We have returned for the ceremony. Am I able to help in any way?"
If you could get some bandages and cloth and wash the bodies, that would be for the best. They still have the ichor of. It kind of like trails off a little bit, and like you see like the blood and slime of those like worms and creatures and cultists, and their daggers and such like that. They've basically wounded them, and they're like. And he seems to not be doing a lot, but he does seem to be in charge of what's generally happening. He just seems a bit shell-shocked about the entire thing.
Well, yeah, I'll leave Mog with him, kind of deal, and I'll head over to some of the remaining priests of the church and see if I can get any information on getting cloths and water and having everything prepared, a bucket and such.
Mm-hmm.
To start helping out with like sponging off the bodies and such. It's because like Damon's trying to get like his penance here.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to, try and wash off the bodies and such and do his best while Mog has delightful conversation with the knight.
Yeah. You managed to help pretty well, but Mog, what would you like to, like, do you want to go talk to the knight as well, or are you talking to more of the priests? It seems to be like a head priest or a cleric.
I will say that when I leave Mog, I'll tell Mog, I'll say, by the way, you can tell him all about those 3 statues. They'll head off.
Oh, that's David. I love David. Mog would be like just really trying to balance himself on his roll.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to try his hardest to sober up. He's really like trying to just suck it in and be like, "Yep, he was a great guy.
Choice bloke.
Choice was good. How are you doing, mate? How you doing?" And he like, I'm going to pat him on the shoulders softly and give him another 5 hand.
A fun fact as well, that if you know that you're drunk, you can cure poison on yourself, Mac. Yeah, because you can cure poison, and alcohol will be poison.
I will never do that.
Yeah.
What's the point of getting drunk?
Exactly.
If you're just going to cure yourself.
Yep. Cheeky, just like, yeah, I'm good. Jones and mate.
But I do give him like another 5 lay of hands, just thinking, oh, he's sick, and just kind of give him a pat on the shoulder kind of thing. What was your name, Paladin? Paladin.
It's Stephen.
Stephen. A strong name. Strong guy.
Thank you. What should I do, Mog?
What do you want to do, Stephen?
He doesn't seem to know how to respond. He's like, I don't know. Should I take over the church, or should I wait for backup? Should I send for word from the other knights of St. Alban, or what? I don't know what to do.
Well, I guess word would be a good first step, but you shouldn't take over the church unless you really want to.
And like looks kind of forlorn about the entire situation. He's like, I think I just need to get this done. And with that, like
doing great work, Stephen. This is truly like the best work you can do.
Thank you. I think I appreciate at least you coming to tell me that, Mog. I wish it didn't have to kind of be this way, but I mean, that's Namina, I suppose.
True.
Whipping pepperonis. So what I would say is that you bed down for the evening. You can either watch the vigil and get a bit tired from that, and we'll re-up in the next morning.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. I'd like to see the ceremony, and then just go to bed.
The ceremony goes all night. If you are there all night, you'll take a level of exhaustion because you will not get a proper night's sleep.
I'll be there all night. I'll take my exhaustion point.
You take your level of exhaustion. You're tired. You get out the next morning, Mog, and you wake up from your slumber, and you see that Damon is still there, looking pretty tired. Grim is. However, all the bodies are prepared. All the bodies are placed row by row, and look like they are about to be basically cremated and burned to release the spirits of those that are within them. So it's kind of like a very deep spiritualism to the Church of St. Alban. They tend to believe that burning away the flesh sets loose the spirit within.
Well, definitely wakes up to if I can witness that, I want to stand next to Damon, just kind of cradle my head a little.
The fires burn in the morning light as dawn kind of crests over the mountain, which is far to the east. And you smell this harsh kind of lavender scent. It seems that they've placed rows and rows of lavender within them so they don't smell too badly. But it almost... You can see that it doesn't give much comfort to those local to the area. And as you kind of walk away from the funeral pyres, having seen the vigil past, you head towards the Emerald Inn. The scent of lavender washes across the township. And for those who have been here before, if you've ever been to Hainesville, which you probably haven't, there's a beautiful fragrance in the air. And you arrive back, of course, at the Emerald Inn for the morning, and Lillian is very hungover, as to some degree is Mog. And you awake from your kind of in bed, but you don't recall getting there really. You're I definitely was drunky last nighty. Me sleepy under the floor. And you wake up in bed,
well, at least I'm not still under the table.
No, it definitely took some coaxing to get you out from under the table.
Yeah, you seem to be a cat.
Yeah, it's offering you treats and slowly coaxing you upstairs, locking you in your room so that you couldn't escape.
Yeah,
I think we've learned that just Lily turns into a cat when she gets drunk.
Tracks.
Meow meow meow. But you arrive back in the tavern and settle in for a breakfast. You kind of see a chipper expression on the face of the barkeep as they present their food to you. But as you kind of settle in, a kind of city guard kind of comes in and posts a notice on the board. It says basically, outbreak, stay inside.
Thanks.
They were doing so well.
Does it mention anything else, or does it just say outbreak?
Yep. It says outbreak in Havensburg. Stay inside. And kind of with that, he goes to the doorway and had a quick conversation with the tavern keeper, and then looks to your group as you settle in, and particularly to Gaston with a kind of arched eyebrow. He kind of comes over and he's you are travelers, yes?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be confined to Havensburg for the remainder of the week, we would assume. There's been another outbreak in the city streets, and we'll need you to remain here for now.
Do you know what where the outbreak came from?
We believe it started in the Temple District, but we're investigating it further.
At the Temple
District? Look at Damon
What? That can't be right. We were just there.
Damon.
You're I just about that. I'll put it up to the Havensburg map as well for you guys, so you can have a look at the Havensburg map. Wow, so good.
Whoa!
Did you mean near... Oh, yeah, no, sorry. I'm here. I know exactly where we are. I'm good.
Near the Temple of Edur and the Temple of St. Alban, yes, the southern part of town. But that's all the details I'm permitted to really give out. Please remain here until further notice, and we'll give updates from the town guard and the Order of Medicine as well. Good day. And he like leaves, and then like Gaston kind of like looks at you and he's like,
There are worse places to be stuck.
Yeah, but we were trying to stop an outbreak.
Yeah, but are we really gonna stay here though? I mean, I'm immune. You guys know how to cure it. I think our talents are better used.
Definitely don't think I'm immune to it anymore.
We also could help this outbreak. We could help
the outbreak. Oh, that seems
that have
poor choice of words, I think.
Very bad phrasing there, Mog. I'm going to assume you're still very hungover.
Help with the outbreak, he means people.
Help people with the outbreak.
Help resolve the outbreak.
There we go. We got there in the end.
That's a good one as well. All good options, really. I mean, don't help the outbreak is a general goal. Right.
You do something about the outbreak. That's what I meant to say. Oh, too many beers.
Drink some more water.
Do we think that there's something going on? Whenever there's an outbreak and a disease, there's usually cultists around. So far, in the last few weeks that we've been traveling, so I can't help but wonder: is there more cultists that we've missed in the Temple District by chance? Because they were in the Bastion, and we wouldn't have imagined that they'd be in the Bastion.
It could also just be that while we stopped the worst of it, we didn't stop all of it.
I guess it isn't the whole city, so...
Lots of work to do.
What do we
feel like
like
a contingent of people at the Temple of St. Alban that kind of with the cultists, but not really. Isn't that
was
something maybe that's come from there?
The Firewatch, wasn't it?
Yeah, that?
It was.
Yeah.
They're all done.
But what if they did something before they left?
Also, an idea.
Could be worth checking out.
Somebody's poisoned the water
hole. You're not wrong.
We've been to the Temple of Adua before.
That's where we got all our beautiful fancy clothes.
Yeah, they get to use now. You didn't need to meet the Duke Thusterburn.
No.
Don't you?
Our fancy clothes waste.
Like,
it's all right. Now we have fancy clothes, though, so we can go nice places.
Yep.
And
nice places.
I don't have to be embarrassed by you.
Yep. Much like the pandemic. You got all these nice clothes, but nowhere to go.
You wear your ball gown to take the bins out.
What was that, Mac?
Well, Azaj has fixed my plate armor, so now I can dance in public again. Oh, so happy. Thank you so much.
Still need some nicer clothes.
You can dance, Mark? I don't know you can dance.
I can dance. People don't like it, but I can dance.
It's the rhythmless white man shuffle.
This is like guess. I was like, what's your favorite dance?
I'm not gonna get up and dance right now. No.
Oh, come on! You know you want to do a little dance. Come on,
please embarrass me more.
You will not
definitely what I need this early in the morning.
Yeah, I'm too hungover to dance.
All right, you can be a little bit of a coward about it. That's okay. Look, everyone's a bit scared to dance.
Oh,
savagery!
Look, someone would say chicken shit. I would not, but some would.
Hey,
isn't it like looks at it like
thoroughly abused by fucking Gaston at the moment? Like
looks to Asash. She's like, isn't that right, Asash?
Looks like sizing. I reckon he could dance fine if he wanted to.
I know. I definitely believe so. It doesn't want to. Anywho.
Anyway,
sorry, that's distracting the point. Really, we're gonna get out of here.
We're gonna get involved, aren't we?
Oh,
I mean, we're already kind of involved.
You're already involved. I mean, I don't necessarily need to be involved. I can leave anytime I want. But
you're attracted to the drama.
You're bored with your life.
No.
You like knowing what's going on.
Yeah, that's attracted to that. I would say, yeah. Let's go with that.
Bear just mumbles under his breath in Elvish, attracted to Lillian, more like.
Asash responds in Elvish. I wondered what was going on there.
Just punch bed
Do it. Hit him.
straight in the shoulder.
And Gaston does not know Elvish, so he's like,
Look, I took a wild stab and assumed that he would know Elvish, and I was right.
he did not know Elvish. He's like, yeah. He's like,
Just 3 people start speaking Elvish and one of them punches another.
like,
Even knows what they're talking about now.
Yeah, Bear just laughs.
look, I think Gaston kind of can figure it out. Let's see if he's smart enough to figure out what you're talking about anyway. Oh no,
Nailed it.
Rest in spaghetti.
best in spaghetti.
Roll 120 plus 3.
He's like,
Oh! Mock's language proficiency.
Sorry, accidentally clicking on buttons.
he speaks in celestial, like
Ugh.
Lillian
Lillian just.
And just like, no.
Aw.
Not one I know.
No bueno.
No one knows celestial. He's like, gotcha.
Great. Now
If
no
this
one
is
can
just turning into a fest, she just swears an abyssal.
Yeah. Just whip out the big guns.
Yeah, Gaston like flexes like, shouldn't be that nice. Bush is very lovely.
Asash speaks in Sylvan. We can all speak languages that no one else understands. It's fine.
Yeah, I love it personally. Doesn't speak Sylvan.
Looking at Damon like, you speak a lot of languages too. I only speak 2.
I don't really speak any languages. I can understand loosely. I read Dwarven and I understand Elvish, basically. My mother spoke the language, and my father taught me Dwarven. I don't really know anything else. In fact, I barely know both of those, to be fully honest.
So what you're saying is you know 3 languages, but you don't really know them.
The last 10 years, i.e. 3 months, have been hard on my memory. Very
Wow.
hard on my memory.
It's all right. At
Been a
least
long
you look
time.
distinguished now. Or vaguely more distinguished.
You look vaguely more distinguished by the fact that you look vaguely in general.
I look vaguely in general, exactly.
Perfect.
You can definitely not tell from a glance that I'm any older. I look exactly the same because it's just a blur.
Blur.
Yes.
No, you got like the slightly grey, like little hair.
And the greys, that's right, yeah.
The greys.
Third.
It's all about the
Silver
greys.
fox.
Pixelation before the time of pixelation.
Now.
Yep.
I think if Baird is like the least proficient in languages, like literally only knows Common and Elvish, because you guys, I don't need to speak anything else.
Look, Gaston likes to collect languages. Elves. There's no point in speaking Elvish, is there?
Weird.
You know.
Spicy.
So,
Learn the language of the Underdark.
shall we get out of here?
Gaston, where are you thinking of next?
Where you think we are going next? I don't know. Don't you need to check that hit list or something?
Not a hit list. It's just a list.
You have a list.
The
Of
people that
people
we
you
need to
hit?
kill.
People we
Yes.
need to defend.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Are these the ones causing the plague?
Apparently.
They suspect, yes.
We're,
least there's a
we're
strong-
like 99% sure.
Absolutely are.
Absolutely are.
99% certainty.
99% certainty.
Handy list to have.
Yeah, it's only the 1% at this point that you're actually killing though. But you know, that's probably good.
Oh no. Completely out of character. Baird is basically the 1%.
Yeah, I mean, you've been what was it? You killing like a large farm owner. You killed I think a priest or something like that as well. Just killing all kinds of people.
Yeah. That's what being an adventurer is all about. What is the profession where you kill people and take all their stuff? Adventuring.
Pokemon trainers now.
beating up children in
Making that money.
the woods and taking all their lunch money.
That's exactly it. We're trainers now.
Yay.
All right. Well, you can have a cheeky look at cheeky squiz at your lovely little map. Oh, your lovely hit list. If you'd like, I can give you that little reveal. Oh, actually,
So the hit list in a book that looks like just floats and looks generally terrifying. Can we maybe
go
do
upstairs.
this in a private room?
Yeah, let's go upstairs and look at the book.
Yeah, that's fine. It is on the Kraken card, so you can like head up into like your like smaller like I guess a room or apartment area because you have a pretty nice like little place actually. I would say from the very good roll that you did, and you walking in. And inside, you pop open the book. I assume you guys can see it. It's on the Kraken card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
No.
Make sure you can double check it. Check it. There we go. Look at that little book.
Oh, there it is. Yep, got it.
So you have some text there as well. You'll be able to see the names.
This book is so weird looking. It's creepy. Oh,
Definitely is a very creepy book.
well, we got Tarvin. Well,
Uther.
supposedly got Tarvin.
Yeah,
We're just like striking names off the list now because this is very, very much like a hit list.
You can see that the that like Tarvin's name is starting to fade, as is Uther's and Graham's.
Goodness gracious.
Well, that's good, I think.
I mean, it's good, but it's concerning that the book knows it's a book.
It's a magic floating book. I don't know what you want.
Yeah, okay, it's a magic floating book, but it's...
Never thought of that.
We know who Vicester is. Anyone?
Roll me a history check.
All right.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Roll you dang history check. Oh, this is not my forte.
Mog.
What a beautiful book that is as well. Way to go.
It's pretty great.
It's pretty effective.
Oh, fuck's sake, I nearly got a 20.
Nearly.
I don't know anything.
You're like,
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
So 17 for Mog. Anyone else?
Yeah, sure. Give it a roll.
Give it a
That's nice.
go.
We'll have a look at the names as well and see if anything jumps out.
Give it a go.
It's not great.
It's not great.
It's not great.
Come on, baby. Give me those dice. Oop. You, Mog, don't know a like Bolsteg. Doesn't recognize. You don't recognize any of the names of nobility within Namina, nor any nobility that you're keenly aware of either.
Did we haven't met a Tristan Hardfast yet?
So what's up?
We haven't met Tristan
Nope.
Hardfast? No?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. It's been a while since we've looked at this book.
Mhm.
This list of people that we must defend.
Can we switch over to the greater map view?
You can
Thank you.
click it on up.
Yes.
Yes, because we haven't been over to Amberhold yet.
Mhm.
No.
And
Amberhold is the main town as well. It's like the main
Yes.
city.
where the hell is
Wasn't the plan to see
Yeah,
Hirewood?
Friar.
country?
Country, not county.
Yeah, I went to read it as country, as county as well. But no,
Yeah.
where is that?
It's not at the very least on this map, which is at least the map you've got of Namina. But you could probably do a nature check, and you kind of generally know where that place is. Or a survival check more than anything else. Survival check is probably the one you want.
I'm going to leave that to the ranger and the
Ew.
druid.
Which place are we looking for? Friar County. So
Country.
Country, yeah.
would my wanderer background come into that from being an outlander, or just basically always knowing what's the
I will give you advantage on the roll from being a wanderer.
At least it wasn't an at one.
Very least.
Disgusting.
I can always recall general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around me because of my background, which is fun.
I'll give you advantage on the roll for fire country. Believe in yourself, as I believe in you as
Believe
well.
in the heart of the cards.
Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me,
dice.
who believes in you.
Double belief. Not one, but two.
So this is for survival, yeah?
Absolutely. Show me the money. Oh, it's an natural 20 with the first roll. Well, that really wasn't a weird roll. Do you guys see that? It seemed like it rolled very well. Dropped on the 20.
I just did the skid. Oh!
It's just good. Well, good thing you got
Good thing
the
we have
advantage. So you know Fire Country is basically in what is called the Green Mile Forest. There are a smattering of churches that live on the Green Mile, basically. It is known as a particularly verdant area that you would know relatively well as a druid. It's where one of the wells is suspected to live, and is why the place is so green and lush. It's always quite warm there, despite being quite close to the Netherweld, the country to the north of kind of where Namina is, and leading up into the highlands of Tlawath.
As such, we'll convey that to the group. Oh, it's around. What that? Oh, yeah. What?
Oh, of course, the Green Mile. Yes. Yeah. It's more of a colloquial term, which is kind of strange, but
that's not far from here.
It's not terribly far. No, it's maybe a couple of days, right?
Yeah, so
I just got something ringing around my head. Was there something we were needing to do in the Barrow Marsh?
Yes,
there
was.
2 days.
There was something in the Barrow Marsh that we needed to do. No, it wasn't Barrow Marsh. It was Pyrewood.
Pyrewood, yes.
What was it?
You suspected that there was basically a settlement of cultists in the Barrow Marsh, which is what they were using as like a base of operations, sending people out into Havensburg, to Pyrewood, down into obviously Arbor, and using it kind of as a headquarters for the cult of the Iron Hand.
Okay, well, maybe we should look into that, and because that's just behind Havensburg. Very close. And then we can go from there.
Bob scratches his head like, yes, I remember all this information at the time that it was given. And that sounds like a very righteous thing that we should be doing, Baird.
Oh, I take it back then.
So much conviction in that as well. Like, yes, that is very good. We will do that good thing. Ha 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 ha. Smart.
It's Mog just like, that's a very righteous thing. Good job, Baird. Baird's like, I take it back.
Take it back, I don't want it.
No way.
No way.
Too much, take it back.
I feel like it might be a good idea to check it out anyway, because I think we had have some vague recollection of that's how they were getting infected goods into Havensburg as well. So we'd kind of disrupt a supply chain.
If the family
yucky stuff.
The family Black was sending goods that were marked with an thing into the Barrow Marsh, and then you found basically the third step, which was the actual some of the markings in Havensburg as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So we don't know how much they've actually got stockpiled from.
I thought the family Black was sending it from Farmhole to Arbor Town. I didn't realize that they were sending it back to.
They were also sending it northways as well, to the crossroads.
Well, that makes sense that they must have another group or base or in Baramash. So that is a good idea. Ed, great idea. God, you're so good. Great idea. Let's go. Baramash.
Uncomfortable.
Are you still drunk?
Excited about.
Okay. Because less than a day ago, you were all telling me that I was the devil.
You betrayed us.
I didn't.
But you did.
But I didn't, because I didn't even know.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I'm pretty sure that I was forced into this and had no idea what I was doing. The first thing I did once they started trying to drag me into their shit was help you guys.
Oh.
And that's why I ended up throwing up maggots.
I mean, let's not forget the rose that you had to pull out of your throat as well.
Yeah, I had to eat a rose in order to not die.
Yeah, so...
I don't know. So I was just kind of watching all this, just like tennis, as heads going back and forth. This is what a strange group of people.
Gaston's doing the same thing. He's like, It's like writing notes as
No,
well.
you can't come up.
I'm not telling you, Bear, you shouldn't be eating maggots, okay?
I wasn't eating the maggots. They were eating me from the inside out.
But how did they get there, okay? Look.
Do you remember the god of rot? Remember the whole thing? Remember what we're fighting against? Do you remember that?
I was gonna like stand between them, like, can we just shh? Calm down. It was all just a wild time. A lot of shit went down. Are we good?
Gaston's kind of like looking at you all like.
I just like point at him, like, don't you start.
Sarge is kind of looking at Gaston like, what have you dragged me into?
and he like points at you, he's like, don't you start with me, madam. Don't you
Throw down right now.
Love is tiff.
I will throw down right now if you need to. You've always shot me once. Technically,
I'm sorry.
Bringing up the transgression. Amazing.
If you two are going to throw down, would you like us to leave the room?
Sorry.
he like looks around where he is like.
Me no. Here.
Like,
don't you start to Assange. I'm not having this as well.
Can you sit down?
he's like points to bed and is like, so did I hear that right? You were worshipping the god of...
I was conscripted against my knowledge. I didn't know. It's very complex. I don't own my own life. It's fine.
Do you often get accidentally conscripted into a,
I was sold to a vampiress when I was like 5.
Yeah, it's a really weird story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Things go strange in the Highlands. It says this is true. Especially with that clan that they're from.
Oh, well, I trust Assad.
Bear just,
I mean, that is
on
true.
the verge of saying thank you and then just instantly just like, I'm going to fucking kill this guy. You're going to talk smack about my mistress.
Do you want us to leave the room now? Is that...
No, Bear doesn't say anything, just looks like
oh, no,
murderous.
Gaston knows. Gaston has very good insight.
Don't bite me.
He is a liar and a cheat. It's fantastic. But he's like, we could leave the room if you take a quick moment.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'll just leave the group.
It's fine.
Then you can be Sans two bards.
Oh, but then where would you go? Back to your mistress?
Probably. I'll go back to being a songbird for the rest of my life.
That does not sound like much of a life.
And yeah,
I
thought you would be so much like, I don't know, more mature than that at this point specifically. I mean, come on.
I'm 86.
I swear to God, Gaston, I'm going to throw you out a window.
So, age has nothing to do with maturity.
Yeah, and I was raised as a pet.
You ever seen those gloomers? Oof, those old people, they're like seen the war. Terrible.
So didn't we have a breakout like down in the south of the town of the plague? Gaston?
Are we going to the marshlands?
I believe you.
We can't leave Havensburg. Stop your arguing. This is ridiculous. Okay, we're just sitting here. Like we've seen 2 of you cure the plague. We need to move down to the town and cure more of the plague. That's why we're here.
I'll say that I'm technically standing, but I take your point.
It's very attractive when you take control like that, Damon.
Thank you. What? Thank you, Ben. Point is,
you have a lot of unlocked potential, Damon. I'm really sensing that in you.
We need to move now. We have a job to do. We're here for a reason. We're not here to argue and complain and whatever Ben's doing. We need to go help.
Wait, you guys get paid for this? You have a job? What?
No.
That's not how it works. We don't do it for the money.
Oh, you have a quest. I see. Yeah.
Yes. You wouldn't know what that's like.
It'd be nice if we got paid.
He touches his eyes like, oh, I see. It's okay. I'll he opens a trap door in the wall. It's like, look, that's the way out, so you guys can go there and do your fun quest.
How many times have you been here to know about this?
I built it actually.
What?
I used to own this place, but it's fine. This is a very you get around long enough.
Who was just out of character? Who was staying in this room last night?
We were.
You.
Was it both
I think
of
it was
us?
you two. Yeah, there's 2 beds.
Yeah.
In here.
Concern.
Oh, honey, if you're thinking that's your biggest concern,
I don't like
oh
it.
boy,
We have so many more concerns right now, Lillian.
so many more.
And also, I don't sleep, so nothing to worry about. Trans
do
time.
Like the idea of what he points at Damon. This short
Damon
one said,
Theomune, a future reference. Damon Theomune.
of what
We'll
Damon
remember
said
that
of
name.
checking out the outbreak to see if we can't help.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Asash.
I'll
I'm
let
gonna
you
start
guys
crawling through the back door.
Bye,
You got, like,
Mommy.
Guys.
it's like in a crawl space. Like you go into a crawl space and you can stand up pretty fine, and then you walk down some stairs basically, and then
Well, that's
you basically
ongoing.
come out like in a tool shed, and like
Ow.
you then walk out of the tool shed. There's a bunch of tools and stuff like that. You open a door, like a little like latch door, and you're outside in the streets. And I'll quickly post up the streets for you as well, because don't you just want those streets? They're so beautiful. I love these streets. I'll show it to you because they're beautiful.
Ah,
There we go. So you basically come out of like that little kind of, what is it? It's that door, like just right, like in the very center of town, near the like the boxes, and across the road there are like two guards that kind of kind of seem to see you, but they're like take a quick kind of moment as you walk down the street, and they like start walking away, and kind of like gather in the middle of the square.
All right, then.
Let's go cure some plague.
By the way, that is on the murder card. By the way, the old city street.
Arms full of cat. She's very mad.
Classic cat behavior.
Ignore her.
She's purring and lashing her tail like she's so mad that I dared to cuddle her when she was the one who demanded them.
Cats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gaston basically opens the door for all of you, and I assume that you all head down.
Yep.
yes.
Yeah,
How much
absolutely.
of a time does Asash have squeezing through the trapdoor? Is it big or is it like
A bit of a time. Like it's definitely Gaston's size.
Double
but
hammed up.
It's Gaston's size, so you're like a little bit tight, but you manage to slink on through. It's not
passes
impossible.
like the staff that he has with him through first, and like awkwardly like gets stuck at the waist?
Womp will also have a similar struggle where with his bulky arm, he's like.
Bear just Bear's the last one to go through. Just like watches this happen with this like mild disinterested amusement. Like, not even shocked.
Great.
let-
So I'm having a bad time with my horns then, aren't I? Thanks,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Don't.
It's worse when it's stuck to your head.
Mm.
Gaston, as you're like tink on thing, you're like you could get those filed down.
Rude.
Flip them off.
Love you too, boo. Also, Asash, if you do need anything, I'll be around here, and Lillian has my number.
Bear's just like.
I
Mog's,
will keep that in mind. Thank you, Gaston.
I'm gonna go need to ask Mog for some healing after that burn.
Species. Anywho. And then you head into the streets. You see the guards kind of examine you, but they don't make a point of it at this exact moment. But you have escaped the tavern at the very least, and begin walking down the streets. Now, which direction are you planning to go? I assume you're going into the direction of let's go down
plague.
to the plaguey bit, the lower southern part of the city.
Basically, that's the idea. I think.
And you do see people still walking around the city. The streets still have some people in there. The markets are being closed down, however, they're being locked up and packed up and stuff like that. And people are being hustled and bustled by some of the guards and stuff like that. However, a lot of them seem they don't seem to have a lot of manpower because most of what you would imagine to be the Firewatch are seemingly gone. Now, only about 6 members of the Firewatch, the actual knights of the Firewatch, are gone. There were still more actual guards that were patrolling the area and in robes and stuff like that you did notice, but they seem to have vanished overnight. It seems strangely.
Funny that.
So you head south, cut through the market district as you then continue on down and into the temple area. Once you're there, you kind of see people like boarding up houses and guards specifically boarding up houses. People like kind of like looking out from curtains and windows as the kind of like place gets locked down. Effectively, a guard seems like turn around towards you and approaches you, and they have that kind of like general like city guard kind of stature and status. They like, what are you doing here? And like looks to the church, like the Albinite, and is like, sir, are you heading towards the temple?
Yeah, Mog pushes through and kind of like
get out of my way.
His new armor, just all fresh, like
fresh and so clean.
I'm a paladin of St. Albert. Where are we needed? We have healers here. We need to help.
Unfortunately, we don't exactly know what the source of the disease is coming from, but there are people who are sick who are being funneled towards the temple of St. Albert, of course.
They will be taken care of there.
Mm-hmm. As you wish, sir.
Whereabouts are they all being funneled? Like, where the most are they being funneled from? Are they just all generally, or is it near the Shire Town?
Near the Shire Town B&B, yes. There are definitely a few of them who have come out of that the more slummy district of the city, sir. And it's going to give you like a bit of like a reasonable like conversation. However, then what seems like one of his superiors comes a bit closer over as well. Now he has like a kind of silvery, much more nicer breastplate on, and like instructions like, "What are you doing?" And it's like, "I'm just get back to work. What do you want?" And it seems a lot more dismissive of your position as a member of the Church of St. Alban. They like give you kind of a more stern look at you. And you're like,
he a knight as well? Like obviously, like a knight.
No, he is a cat, like more of a. It seems like a more specialist guard. He seems to be from the higher up street. You probably would have seen him in the Bastion, or potentially like seen his kind of uniform in the Bastion.
I'd look him up and down and go like, "Who am I? Who are you? I am a knight of St. Alban. I'm paladin."
Yes, and that used to mean something until, of course, the Knights of St. Alban betrayed the Bastion and the Duke Thusterburn, which I am now currently on a less than
cultist that lives within your Bastion. Are you a cultist? Do you like cultists being in your Bastion?
Well, that's very accusatory of you, isn't it?
Well, I was there.
Almost as if you are trying to deflect something of your own guilt of the
almost
situation.
As if we were directly involved with getting rid of the cultists.
Well, I don't know who any of you are, so how am I supposed to know that? And at this point, he kind of like seems to look like behind him and like pauses you as you speak, and he's like, "Look, I have business to attend to. We'll be moving members towards the Church of St. Alban at this point. But we will be finding new places for them to reside. I understand that you've taken a hit, and for that, I do apologize that you are obviously dealing with a lot of issues right now. Unfortunately, we can't exactly trust the church's reputation at this point."
Well, I'm very much offended. You should be helping us. We should be helping.
And I don't really give a shit if you are offended or not. That's no concern of mine. I have a job to do. You, however, need to be in quarantine.
Mog is going to stand up taller, and hold his maul, and is going to intimidate. I am a paladin.
I'm a paladin.
To help.
I'm a paladin.
You can't tell me what you do.
Wait! Before Mog starts going off, Baird is going to place a hand on his chest and gently ease him, and I'm going to cast Charm Person and just please. I know that this is clearly very stressful and trying times in your city, and we are only here to help. We are not directly associated with your local Church of St. Alban, but we have been moving through Naminar attempting to help with the current plague.
A Charm Person.
Yes.
You rolls a saving throw.
What do you get?
1. You failed.
failed, mother. Yeah, you
Failed.
charmed.
Yeah, congratulations. The first person to give Mog any lip about being a member of the Church of St. Alvin. Well, I mean, lip in the fact of like not being a city official and being like, no, I don't trust those guys. You've turned his tune. He's like, I'm so sorry. I spoke out of turn. I understand. You.
Okay.
Baird smiles and like, just it's all charm and flirt now. The completely different bard.
You got him like butter in your fingertips. You're like, tastes so sweet. You're like,
yeah,
it does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And he will basically like, what would you like him to do? What it was?
Can you tell us potentially where if you have any ideas where the plague or where the outbreak started?
And like looks to you and it's like, if it's you, come over this way. And he takes you kind of like in that kind of like, so the street looks very similar to the one that you're currently in. The actual like the
it just turns around and
place you up. He goes to like one of the he goes to one of the like hanging lampposts and like brings you in together. He's like,
Baird makes sure to stand like nice and close to him as well.
Honestly, it's not just an outbreak. There is some creature that is lurking within the temple district just outside of the Temple of Idu. We don't know what it is. We don't know what its origin is, but it has killed 3 guards already, and we don't have the men to spare. We're looking to basically lock down the city. There's more plague spreading out from this area. There's been at least 20 to 40 cases already confirmed that they've begun to cough. And we don't know how long that will last. They have 8 days basically to live. In the meantime, we have to reason and find a way to deal with this monster that stalks and kills our men. That is the thing that you could help with the most. And then if you are able to, if you have healers, as you say, then we'll greatly appreciate the help.
Well, we are adventurers, so we are here to help fight monsters.
That is not the usual of Namna, but I thank you for it nonetheless. And he like gives you directions to where this place is. It is up near the Temple of Ido, inside that like big alcove where the huge blue building is in the kind of center there. They are quite well packed together, and it is like slumish area around here. The nicest like building would probably be the Temple of Ido, as you have seen before. It's large, squat, and generally a crypt in itself, but is quite well defensible. So with this information, you now have a direction to kind of move into the temple. What would you guys like to do from going forward at this point? You can heal the sick people, or you can go try and deal with the monster, or you can try and do both.
If Baird relays us to...
Yeah, Baird will explain everything.
I think we should definitely deal with this monster. Baird pretty good at defending ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and there are plenty of people who can assist with the sick. And they, like you said, they have 8 days. So, if we can defeat the monster in less than 8 days, then the people will still be alive. Mm-hmm. And you guys can go and do your little Healy thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're all in accordance. You agree? You start heading towards the Temple of Ido and into the actual temple district. And with that, we'll leave for a break, and we'll be right back in about 15 minutes. Yay. But thank you so much, lovely stream, for joining us today. I hope you're having a fun time and an exciting Veil of Dusk as of by the evening. But we'll see you very soon. Don't forget to check us out. Follow us on the old
share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. Wham!
Hit the little bell. Socials. They're on the screen.
Hit the little bell. There's so many socials that you can have a look at and like us on, and we'll do stuff. There's a Discord and everything. It's amazing.
The Discord's fun.
Discord is pretty fun. Yep, there's weekly demos as well. Wow. And even one-shot games that will be coming up soon. So we'll leave it for now, but we'll see you soon. All right.
Yay.
Okay.
Oh, cute!
No, it's going to be destroyed.
You see the goose in front of you. It is larger than a normal goose. It is holding a soul and a book in its beak. Its eyes are glowing red.
Got attacked by a goose.
The nameless goose, who is actually named Humphrey.
I would like to create a love honk from afar that calls to Humphrey's heart and soul. Pull him away so that we can enter the hut unfettered. I will find him later and kill him and take his entire skin and wear his beak as earrings.
Okay, roll me a deception check.
I wish I had my some music so I could be like, ooh, spooky noises. But you can imagine the spooky noise like, ooh, it's just so spooky.
Very spooky.
The sounds.
3 spoopy, 5 me.
Oh yes, we'll go get you.
Please no, please don't make atmosphere.
I'm doing my
Hubert, no.
Hey, come on down. Just lie on the ground. Stop shooting spells at us, because that makes us shoot pus. And I look down at my pussy wounds.
Oh, God. Stop that. Having something that you can kind of physically see and be like, this is what it is, this is what it looks like, is a very simple way to just keep story flowing.
It's another tool to communicate to the players what's happening.
Imaginations are endless.
Players who are new into the game, being able to describe, what a crypt or a dais or something is.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, oh, this pops right up on my screen and I can see all this stuff. I don't need to tell anyone about it.
That is amazing. That's so good.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Dang.
To have that visualization right there. Pretty impressive, yeah.
Having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool world.
It looks creepy.
That's how they get you.
Can I yeet the body down the stairwell?
Roll me a strength check.
Can I help?
Sure.
Yeah.
That'll give advantage.
Oh.
So AJ is yeeting the body down the stairwell.
I got another natural 20.
Yay.
Okay, so yeah, you grab it by an ankle and shuck it down the stairs, and you just hear a as it hits the bottom and sort of scoots along the cobblestones a bit. Nothing else happens, except it's a bit red down there now. You might want to watch your step.
I was kind of hoping something would try and attack it, like we'd avoid a trap. But no, I'm just weird. I'm
just weird. Yeah, I think Bag of Emeralds is like standing there and kind of looks over to Bo. So
but
why did we do that?
This is the second time I've played D&D. The first time I played, I actually filled in for a guy that couldn't make it to a session.
I use my powers of perception, and no text on this slate, baby. I pop my collar, I have no worries in the world.
Because my perception is usually pretty high, I can see a lot of things that the other people can't see, which means that I can kind of take advantage of situations a lot easier than I would be able to in just a normal tabletop standard. Like, it'd be very hard to be like, hey guys, I know the Dungeon Master just said I've got all this stuff in the corner, but don't look at it because you characters can't see it.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, oh, it just pops right up on my screen and I can see all this stuff and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
Do me a quick con save.
Oh no. No, it's the disease! Ah! I don't want it.
You're all gonna die.
Papa say you gotta get it.
Oh god.
Papa say you gotta get it. Wow. You are safe from the disease this day.
Whoa! That is so beautiful.
Yauchi, Mauchi. All right.
Good work.
You get on out of there. Do me a quick stealth roll as you're kind of like getting behind like the muddy tracks and stuff like that.
Splish
away
squash,
from these.
splish squash.
Squish squash.
Squish squash, apple sauce. Oh my god.
The natural 20, the natural 1. Oh, fantastic. So like
Duality of man.
Let me tell you why you're here. What if I told you you could mix augmented reality with your RPGs? You take the miniature, the story ends. You keep scrolling and believe tabletop games are limited to physical models. Download Ardent Roleplay. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the chance to add something new.
I am going to get my book on etiquette and throw the book at him.
Okay. Improvised weapon.
Improvised weapon.
Roll a d20 for hit.
Wait, what? You have a bow. Why are you going to throw a book of etiquette?
I love the poetic irony. This is the kind of player I am.
Okay, so you throw this book, right? And in a glorious grindhouse sort of fashion, in what feels like slow motion, it goes and just buries itself through his forehead. And he slumps to the ground.
Never played it, never played anything interactive. It was always on my bucket list. I've always seen it on movies. My friends play it, and I heard that it's like really immersive and that it can last for months.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I couldn't fathom how gameplay works like that. Like tailoring that some people could see certain things and then like other players couldn't. When they said it's all your imagination, I'm like, what? Like anything?
I'm gonna run up to one of them and like hook my bow over its head, draw it back, and like decapitate.
Imagination is endless, and I think having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool way.
Should we try to get her out of here? Are you gonna stab me?
Yes.
I'm not sure if the frog guy is like what we're going for, but he needs to be happy. Look at that happy face. Doesn't that bring you joy? It brings me joy. I hope it brings you all joy too.
Sean Sunday's player screens, D&D player screens arrived today, and going to do a quick unpack. And of course they're, particularly good because they have a whole bunch of nice, useful information on them for players, not just DMs. If the GM puts down a card, you can still have a really good view of what's going on in the space. So you're still getting that 3D view, you've got the screen, it's not in the way, which is what I was really hoping for, but that height is just fantastic. So you've really got a good view of what's going on the table with Ardent Roleplay. You can use augmented reality to see what's happening, and you've got this lovely screen to remind you what you're supposed to be doing and how it all works. Thanks, Sean, for these. These are fantastic. I'm really glad we backed your project, and looking forward to having a play with them.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, cute!
No, it's going to be destroyed.
You see the goose in front of you. It is larger than a normal goose. It is holding a soul and a book in its beak. Its eyes are glowing red.
Got attacked by a goose.
The nameless goose, who is actually named Humphrey.
I would like to create a love hunk from afar that calls to Humphrey's heart and soul, pull him away so that we can enter the hut unfettered. I will find him later and kill him and take his entire skin and wear his beak as earrings.
Okay, roll me a deception check.
And we're back. Hello, and welcome once more to the Vale of Dusk and our lovely cast members here. So, where we left our intrepid adventurers just yet 15 minutes ago, we were preparing to go into the Temple District of Havensburg to fight a rather nasty beastie that had been terrorizing some of the now quite diseased members of the populace. A guard captain of seemingly disinterested, opinion for as far as the Church of St. Albert is concerned, has given the general players all the information they need to go and basically track down this person within the quarantine zone of Havensburg.
Love it.
All right.
You're welcome, guys.
Take us away then.
Thanks, babe.
Why we have a charming bard.
Charming bard.
You do. I'm the pretty bard. I was always the pretty bard.
Mother called me a pretty birdie. I was a pretty birdie.
Oh.
Then she gave me away.
Yeah, then she sold me for money and power.
So much
Nailed
power,
it.
though. No. Although, it's all going to sour now. Isn't that fun?
Oh, yeah. Can't wait to go home.
Mm-hmm. All of you to assume that she's going to not be coming to you.
Yeah. You're ready to fight a vampire.
Just comes down, puts the staff down. It's like,
oh no! Bitch.
Well, little bird, what's going on here? It's like,
she's 9 foot tall, wearing a white dress, big white hat.
Giant woman.
Get me the giant woman. Don't you know everyone's giant in the Highlands of Talas? All right. So, what's your kind of plan of attack, team? So you're at the kind of the gates, and you head on and cross over into the quarantine zone. And the kind of guard captain passes you on and is like, "Yep, let them go through. They're going to go handle it." And they're like, "Oh, sick!" They put all the guard posts up.
Not our problem anymore.
They bail out "Oh, cool, call the boys back." Rings the bell. They all come through, and it's like
all these battered guards running through, and we're just.
Yep. Oh no!
Yep, you can see
fine.
There's 3 actual quickly get a little drawing here. So you guys would be around about here. Quarantine zone begins basically there and encases this entire little area here.
Delightful.
And down here as well, there's actually probably another one, but it has not been set up yet. So that's the little quarantine zone right there. Look how nicely I drew that as well.
They're beautiful.
Spot on.
Very nice.
Look, I'm good. Isn't that lovely? That's absolutely lovely, isn't it?
Oh my god.
Looks like a big exclamation mark.
Yeah.
In bubble font.
It's just a bubble exclamation mark.
It's a big fat exclamation point.
That was PH, of course.
Yeah. And it just says the exclamation point just means poison.
Poison. Danger. Plague.
No good. No fun.
You see that they are they carry out 3 bodies as well. That are kind of covered in a shroud. That you can see that there's obviously blood on the stains of their wounds and stuff, but they get them taken away.
Well, okay. Has anyone of the people who are exiting the monster zone, have any of them seen the creature and lived, or are they is it just
nope, no one's seen the creature and lived?
Oh, fantastic.
They know there's one in there. They heard the howling in this
howling?
Howling,
okay. Well, we've got a druid and a ranger with us. Do you guys want to have a look at the bodies and see if you can figure out what vague thing we're dealing with?
We could ask.
You can definitely have a look at a body, and I might know what it is.
Do you want to look at a body?
Do you want to see a body?
Yes.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So you ask him, and you basically Baird asks the guard captain, "Hey, can we go look at these bodies?" And he's like, "Oh, of course, anything for you, Baird." Ooh woo. Ooh woo.
And you watch Baird, and like every time the guard looks at him, Baird just goes like, "Oh yeah," he's like really flirty. And as soon as they look away, it's just instant like dead face again. Just yawn.
Worst bard I know.
Yeah.
But you have heard of me.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, he's like, "Oh, sure." They open up the like the shroud, and inside there are like these terrifying looking claw marks in the flesh and metal of the wounded guards. You even you see like these kind of black looking wounds, which is like oozing blood at this point.
Yeah. Delicious.
This doesn't remind me of the rock, does it?
It's reminiscent, but the claws are nowhere near as large.
That's nice. Start.
All right, so part of the dice. Roll for some survival if I can.
Bring it. Give me it.
I would also like to do the same thing.
You can actually, so you can do a survival, or you can do a medicine check as well. I think it's medicine. Remember that, right? Medicine.
Are you quite fucking right, then, lady?
Gonna do survival.
Do it.
It's better than medicine.
I will also do survival.
Terrible.
Wah, wah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
And you got the survival as well there?
Yeah, that was a survival as well.
Okay. From what you can kind of gather, it's not a natural creature, you'd imagine. It is definitely some kind of monstrosity. Given the claw marks and how it's like obviously been raked down, it seems to have all been bitten as well. Like a chunk has been like removed from it, and the fangs themselves, like they are a collection of serrated fangs, much like a grouper fish, or like there's kind of like long needle teeth, like needle-like teeth.
Delightful. Asaj will relay that to the group.
Thanks. I hate it.
Lots of teeth, big claws. This is going to be fun.
Mog is not a very not a very book learned kind of character, but can Mog try to see if he can use his religion check, and see if there's anything in his studies while he was in the church?
You may.
Real what creature was. And he vaguely, wasn't really paying attention to his books when he was studying.
You have no idea what religious significance these wounds would have, given that there's not too much information about this creature. The fact that no one's seen it, it could be anything really. It could be a demon of some sort. It could be an angel, but very unlikely to be an angel, you'd imagine.
Can I also roll survival just to have a bit of a squiz at it?
Oh, why not?
If anything jumps out.
Wow, that's in all caps. We don't need that.
You can always give people advantage on a roll. Generally speaking, if two people do it, they get one person advantage, but try to minimize those rolls when you can.
Nah.
Wah.
Yeah, it's just like, gross.
Sars just uses like the top, like the hooked end of the staff he can just gently to drape the blanket back over one of the dead bodies.
Put that back over there. It's like,
just...
Well, that was helpful. We did good work, team. That you did.
Oh, well, I guess all we can do is just to go deeper into the Temple District. And
we need to go deeper.
We know that the Temple of Edur is like at the end of the street, so maybe we should just keep on moving and see what else we find.
I have a way that if this thing is causing disease, I might be able to track it.
Oh, yeah?
One of the spells I know allows me to detect where poison and disease are. If this thing is laced with disease, I'm sure I'll be able to find it.
Seems legit.
Cool. So Asash
If not, you might be able to at least track where the outbreak has started.
Exactly. So Asash will take his big druid stick, tap it on the ground twice, and cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Yep, and you head on into the actual streets themselves. You start kind of moving through the various streets, and obviously not a lot going on. There are quite a lot of inroads and like small like alleyways and stuff like that. So basically you have the main street, and then you have alleyways that lead kind of more into this section, which I'll just quickly position on the map. So you enter in at this point here, and you have the main strip down there. In this area, there are like back alleys and like small houses and apartments and stuff like that, which are much more packed together and much more slummy in nature. There's like doorways and openings and stuff like that, which have all been boarded up, obviously. Well, most have been boarded up. Like they've definitely done a rush job on this entire boarding up thing, but you don't see anyone on the streets at this point. So you can go straight ahead, or you can go through the miasma of stuff. And down here as well, there are also streets that kind of lead into the other more main street areas as well.
I guess, Zash, maybe you should go. I'll walk up with you, and maybe you can just see if you can find any poison or disease that stands out.
Of course. So Asash will walk forward with the spell active. Anything within 30 feet, he can detect the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and disease, and identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case.
Mm-hmm. So you go into this more packed together place, or do you go into the
he'd
main
start walking
street?
towards the. How do I do it? Towards the.
That one. Yeah, cool.
Towards
That's
the
good.
temple.
So you start walking in that kind of direction. You get the sense that there is definitely disease in some of the water barrels, actually, along the rows of houses that are on this street. It seems to be something like nasty inside them.
Some of them, or
some of them, only some of them. You kind of walk by these water barrels, and you're like, interesting. As well as
not good.
As well as some of the individuals you can sense inside the houses, but I mean, it's hard to sense where they are if you're not directly seeing them, because there's disease in some of the houses, and basically every house you pass by, there's some disease inside of it.
Anything flagging as a particular concentration, or
water barrels for sure, you'd imagine, but I mean, nothing too untoward yet. Nothing, at least in the form of a creature, you would say. No.
There's not too much. Some of these water barrels are contaminated, but
we want to mark the ones that are.
Sure. He reaches into the folds of his cloak and produces a stick of charcoal or something, and just puts an X on the various barrels that aren't good.
Mm-hmm. Now you guys have dealt with poison water barrels before.
Maybe after this we can. I can. Where are you? I can purify food and drink, so maybe after this fight we can go through the street, or in our time, purify the streets of the poisonous food and water.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fight the monster first, and then waste our spell slots.
Sounds good. Right, what I want you guys to do is I want you to roll me a survival check to find where this beast is. So you kind of curl up around the temple of Edo, and you're seeing and sensing these disease areas. You will roll with advantage as well. Asasha, Asash.
Someone didn't take the sticky note recommendation.
Yep.
I wasn't.
I've been doing
joking.
I've been doing it the entire time. It's been fine. I tell you, it's fine.
Alright, so I got a 19 and a 12.
Cool. Lillian, you find claw marks not on the streets as you would expect, but on the houses above. There's these claw marks that seem to be dug into the tops of the gutters of buildings, and it seems jumping and tossing themselves around, with what you would imagine would be some pretty impressive strength to be able to acrobatically cast yourself through the place. Think Hunchback of Notre Dame in the kind of acrobatics ability to jump from building to building.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. They seem relatively small claw marks, but you do spot them. And as for Asash, yep,
I got 20 as well.
You got 20?
I did.
Damn, son.
Pay attention.
Oh, a 20. Yeah. You rolled twice. Oh no,
the first one was my other survival roll before.
That is all good. You notice something quite interesting. You do see a position where you see someone has obviously been attacked. You can see the an alleyway in which they've been basically. You're not exactly sure, but they've been attacked, and they seem to, from your estimation, been attacked from cover. They didn't. The guy didn't even see it coming. There's no real signs. Yeah, there's no signs of struggle really either. Just like attacked, almost
dead,
almost gutted, and then discarded. You can see the blood stains on the side of the wall there.
Fantastic. I hate it.
Which to you, if you can do an Arcanum as well.
Yes, I can.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just triple check my Arcanum.
And as for Asash, you find basically tracks kind of leading into that more like harder knocked area that are not of a creature to your estimation, but seem to be like guards going into that area for wherever the hubbub might have been.
I got 14.
You would suggest that given how quickly they were surprised, they were descended on from, like they were unable to see what was coming.
They're probably either from behind or above.
Mm-hmm.
And Bear does relay this. And it's like, well,
hard to say that.
Like, if the attack was that quick, then it was probably from somewhere they couldn't see it, like above or behind. But I don't know what it is.
Sash also shares all of his information about there may have been some guards coming here. There was quite a hubbub.
Yes, I'm sure if they heard their friends screaming in the throes of death as he was gutted, then
unless
sure
they were the same ones that passed through.
Mm.
So Lillian passes on her thing as well. That yes, they're going through the roofs.
Okay, well then
they're up and around and above.
Above kind of checks out then.
Can anyone get on the roof to get a better look?
Not with my acrobatics, I can't.
I can make a solid attempt.
Oh wait, yeah, not acrobatics. You have some pretty hectic athletics though. Does climbing count as for athletics?
Climbing is athletics, yes. Acrobatics is more the more graceful jumping between these kind of things. Like you can climb up there with acrobatics, but then you'd be using so you can climb there with athletics and then use acrobatics to do what they're doing, moving quickly between buildings and such.
Up, I might just climb up, just like put my ball on my back and then just like climb up once.
Do me a climb check, with disadvantage as well.
By wearing full plate armor.
Yeah. Ooh.
Not terrible.
Still spicy. So only a 16. That's fine. You do manage to climb up there. One of the buildings does kind of break apart as you're kind of moving up, but you manage to climb up onto the roof, and you can kind of see across the slummy, the more slummy area. Now, there are temples obviously in this area. This is the temple district, but they're like more highly packed together buildings, which seem to be more for the large masses of religious people in this area. There is a temple to smaller temples, seemingly to Vanathar, and the larger temples being Alban and Izu. Almost strange for this kind of city, but there are still temples in this area. But you kind of start crisscrossing towards the deeper thick of the thing. And when you're up here as well, do me another survival check with advantage. Do me a survival check with advantage, Mog.
Yeah.
You do see tracks, but they are like a little bit everywhere. There's like claw marks and stuff like that of like bounding probably on all fours. But more than that, you can't tell exactly where. But deeper in is the general vicinity of where you're going. So I assume that you're walking up on the roof and you guys are down on the streets. You're kind of walking through as well? Like, are you walking side by side, or are you just going to have a look and come back down, Mac?
I was going to say, Lillian, can I have you up here to help me out?
Well, I'm not very good at climbing. It's athletics.
You get a base.
Throw you up if you would like.
So you get a base. So you would get advantage, but it's disadvantage to actually climb up this particular building. So you are going to just have a basic roll.
Straight roll.
Because Mo is helping you up as well.
Aside can also help and just give you the boosty toss.
Do not yeet my mum friend.
It's fine.
Meanwhile, Lillian's like, all right, time to get yeeted.
I love the idea that Asash just throws her and she just lodges horns first into like the guttering. She's just there. You're just hanging by the horns. Like, this is very uncomfortable.
I'm very mobile now.
Look, you can use Lillian as a weapon if you want.
She's like a double javelin.
She's a
That
D8
motherfucker with another motherfucker.
He's a D8 spear. Yep.
All right, let's get that boost. What am I rolling to not
Athletics.
axe myself?
Athletics.
Oh, I just don't want to do athletics.
You can
Any
do
way I
it.
can make this acrobatic.
I believe in you.
Yeah, you can
the
do
dice.
acrobatics. It just has much more detriment if you fail.
Okay.
Because you're just like walling up and then jumping off the wall.
Yeah, do like the spring jump off like Asasha, like
What some would call a weird flex.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm either rolling with a -1 or a +3, so you guys tell me.
Go,
It might be a bit better.
+3.
Go for the +3.
Yeah.
Do
Asasha
it.
can catch.
If you break a leg, it's just kind of funny.
Sing us a song to really.
There we go. 18.
Hey.
Hey, you got it. Yeah, you managed to get up there, and like Mog like grabs you by the
Yeeted.
arm, or grabs you by the horns, depending on what comedy, and then like lifts you up, and then you're on the roof, and you're like, ah, sick. And you may also do a survival test if you want.
Yes. Do you think?
Follow that trail.
That's
with advantage.
trail we blaze.
With advantage as well, because you are in a spot where you actually see where the trail is actually going to go.
With advantage. Well, it's already quite good. So
Really quite good.
25.
You pick up the trail of this creature and suspect, it's like probably inside that building, just the center there. See that one right there? Do it again for the roll 20 at home. That one, that big one. You suspect that's where it is. There's like a top section of this building that like there's a temple underneath, but the actual top of the building doesn't seem to be very well used and seems to be like where a lot of the scratch marks actually are. So you can kind of see it with your hawk-eyed vision, because you've got 25, and you're like, well, you're that way.
What do your tiefling eyes see?
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to like lean over the edge of the roof. Just kind of like let everyone down there know which temple to go towards.
Mm-hmm. It's the Temple of Vanathar.
There you go.
That's exciting.
By Venison. But let's go.
Okay. The next struggle is how do I get down?
Do a flip.
Oh, got you, Bog.
Acrobatics to jump down.
I don't want to jump down. That's really high.
Jump.
Oh, it's okay.
Jump,
it's okay.
jump.
Damon will catch you, right?
Can Asasha prep a catch action as well?
Oh, wait. No, I've got this. We're good. We're good. So we're not going to go via roof while everyone's on the ground, Mog?
We can do that if you want.
Because, like,
that's my plan.
we can do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
You sound like you have a
Watch out
plan.
both ways.
And a cunning plan, potentially.
Or if we want to stick together, it's okay.
And as,
Cast Featherfall.
and as you all know,
Fine.
sticking together is what good waffles do.
Who said we were good?
You said we were waffles.
Look, I just believe in you guys. Come on, just let me have this. You guys are a good party, right?
I just want to believe in you.
Just want to have a good party.
So much.
That's what we want.
So much dark fantasy. So spicy.
Okay. So we'll, Mog and Lillian will make our way to
Downtown.
Oh.
downtown, or like, yeah.
Walking your way downtown.
Making our way downtown.
Walking fast. Faces fast.
Temple bound.
Diddly-diddly-doo. And I miss you. Diddly-diddly-doo. And now I wonder.
Oh no.
Okay. So we'll make our way there.
Wonderful. You kind of like walk across the building and stuff like that. I'll get you guys to do a small acrobatics check as you're kind of bouncing your way along these building tops, but you will get into the actual thick of it much quicker. The rest of you also get to the like foot of the temple. So are you going through the main street, or are you going to go through the side streets? They will be going kind of on top of the side streets because that's where the kind of buildings like crisscross over across.
I definitely want to keep Lillian in my line of vision.
Asasha would definitely be following along.
You like
behind
roll
them on
through
the ground.
these, and these guys generally direct you as you're kind of moving through the like kind of maze of buildings and stuff like that. You see some like boarded up houses and buildings and stuff like that, and you can again see that kind of like people with their curtains like looking and watching as you kind of go across, looking up to Mog and Lillian as they're like moving through the temple, and they're like moving through the streets, and they close the windows behind them. Like, you get to just before the temple, and there's a little bit of a jump to get across to that main temple area. But once you guys on the ground have a look at the temple, you see that it is abandoned. In fact, it's closed down most of its place, and it's got like probably a small little alcove where it still maintains a small portion of its following, but it does seem to be mostly closed.
Suspicious. How long has it been since we started looking around, time frame wise?
It's probably been about half an hour, you'd say. Like it's been a little while. Like you've been like moving around, looking at the barrels, looking through across for stuff. But yeah.
That's right. That spell's worn off. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It lasted for 10.
Yeah, Azash, do you like see anything or like feel any like poison like in this area?
What do your elf eyes see?
What do your orc senses smell?
Yeah.
What do you smell? Man flesh.
Asash will take a little bit more time casting it as well. I'm going to cast it as a ritual, so it'll take about 5-10 minutes to cast, but it doesn't cost me a spell slot.
Love that.
And then I'll cast Detect Poison and Disease again as a ritual cast.
Mm-hmm. So you got about 10 minutes. So what is Mog and Lillian do during that 10 minutes?
Should we come back down, or
is there a way into this temple from where we are, or do we have to jump?
You got to jump across to the actual rooftop. But you can see that that's where seemingly from what Lillian saw, that's where the creature, whatever it happens to be, is mostly kind of moving in and out of. Like there's like a little window, a section at the very top where you'd imagine whether it'd be a bell or an old bell tower potentially, where they would like call people for morning prayers. But yeah, that's where it probably is.
I feel like if it took out 3 guards, that maybe we want to do this all together.
Yeah.
Not just jump in and be like, oh no.
Let's stick together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you say that you had a way of getting down?
Yeah.
for Mog and Lillian, actually, do me a perception test.
I'm breaking every bone in your body.
Yeah. Thinking about falling from a building in plate armor doesn't sound very satisfying.
Nice.
Let me just double check what he gets.
Oh. Well, there it is.
You see a darkened claw move out of the kind of like building, the top of that building, and turn, and like this harsh looking, like gaunt, drawn out face appears from the darkness within. And as it does, it crawls out very slowly, like one hand, 2 hands. And then as it does, crawls down onto the building and like is kind of spider climbing on the building at this point. And as it does, it fades away into invisibility.
Thanks.
All right.
I hate it.
Cool. So, Mog, you're going to jump.
Cool.
Just jump. We're going to be good.
It's got a humanoid shape. It's like pretty built and like it's built as a big shit house again. Okay. But it's got this like bluish, grayish, deathly looking flesh, and these razor black looking claws and these like just bizarre kind of alien eyes.
Yeah.
Almost like a bug or like a lizard or some sort.
Cool.
It starts glowing.
Fine.
Okay, we're going to jump off now.
Jump, Lily. So I have to jump off this building.
Okay, we're going to jump together. On the count of 3.
Okay.
3! Yeah. As we jump, I'm going to cast Feather Fall.
Good. La la la.
Vaguely screaming, like, even though he's slow now.
Like slowly,
like
even when he hits the floor, it's like it's on his bum, like.
Bless.
Asash just looks disappointed.
Oh.
Terrifying. Very cool. We don't need to do that ever again.
But wasn't it safe?
But wasn't it lovely? All right. Then you complete your casting, and you're able to go towards the temple if you'd like.
Oh, cool. What does that spell pick up, if anything?
You sense that there is disease, quite a lot of disease around you. Like it's in the water and stuff like that. Mostly, it's on the ground to some degree. But you're wearing boots and you're wearing shoes, and there's people inside the houses and stuff like that. But there is a definite, more palpable stench of this sickness in the air that you can kind of feel it around you, almost moving around like a shade or a gas. And it's kind of you can feel it. It's like a sense as you feel it kind of circling around you, and it's quite. Let me just double check on it.
Baird would like to pointedly look at Lillian and go, you jumped in a hurry. What did you see?
Right. Well, explains this rough description of creature and how it's currently invisible.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Oh, that's delightful.
Exactly what you wanted to hear, isn't it?
No.
When you're kind of listening to this, Asash, you realize that there is almost no sound from any of the buildings all around you, or on the streets, or birds, or even bugs. It's just a looming silence, and your companions are the only ones who seem to be making any noise at all.
They're making a lot of noise.
It starts with the two fingers to the lips, and is can he? So he can feel the disease moving around.
Yeah, like a cloud.
Yeah,
a general position of where it is for sure, but not a specific. Not too specific, unfortunately.
Not too specific.
Can I see anything with my eye?
Yeah, he'd like to. Given that he's now known that this creature is invisible, I'd like to try and actually spot it.
Mm-hmm. Go for it. Roll me a perception, and I'll give you advantage because you actually have a rough idea where it is.
Let's just do this. All right, so we got a 14 or a 9.
Unfortunately, not. It's at that point when you it seems to you kind of hear it and you're listening out for it. And you can kind of get a vague sense of where it is, and the cloud seems to move much quicker, and it leaps and jumps, and it seems to you kind of get just combobulate exactly where it is. And as you kind of feel that, it pounces and leaps up into a kind of higher looking building. What would everyone else like to do?
Do I see it with my eye? Can I sense evil?
You can sense evil if you'd like. You get a very similar kind of sensation as Asash gets. Just this kind of wave or feeling of something is there, because it's more like a cloud of evil. And to some degree as well, you can almost sense it in the same way that the disease itself is a product of evil.
Okay. So I want to relay that.
Yep. You can do me a perception if you'd like. Again with advantage.
Asash will relay as best as he can as well, but mostly he's trying to just visually track this thing with limited success.
Mm-hmm.
Mog doesn't really get any more information. He's going to say the same thing, that this is the building where this creature is. I think we need to go inside and make our way to the top. Lily and I did see some claws coming from the top window. Maybe we can get into that building, that room, might be able to find its lair, hideout or something.
Yeah. Is that the building that it's gone back into, Jacob? From what they described?
Yeah, you think it's gone back into there.
Okay.
But you do get a sense of being watched. The hairs in the back of your neck are standing up, and you're like,
I hate it.
Yep. Just kind of a little bit of you're put on edge. And that silence, you kind of zone in and focus on it as well. You can hear this nothingness almost.
Sash takes his stuff and like tucks it into like a sling on his back and takes off the battle axe that he carries as well.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Is party time.
I think it's time we went on a hunt.
For evil.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ready an action that like anything that really moves near us in that type, like I can shoot at? Like
Anything that comes out of invisibility near you?
Yeah.
Okay. I will let you do that. You
like
will
the startle reflex shot, like something knocks over a can, just gets pegged by an arrow.
This poor rat suddenly into a wall.
Whoops.
Invisible rat, surprise. Yeah, you kind of go up to the temple. So are you going to be climbing up into the temple, or are you going to be going into the to the floor, or to the ground floor?
I think we should start from the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
That's a better idea for everyone.
We'll just start walking in.
You enter into like an open room, basically, at this point. There's no door to the front of this temple, and you can see that there's a small shrine to Vanathar with little kind of candles and stuff like that. But most of them seem to be extinguished. There's extinguished more to the point of like they've burnt out. Like there's nothing but like empty wax and not too many candles here. You'll see the symbol of Vanathar. It's a nice little plaque. Seems to be made of mostly like an iron or cast iron or some sort. Not too expensive. And there are like small books and like what appear to be like badly drawn pictures of faces and prayers that are kind of attached to this shrine, but it does seem overall quite old. There's a double doorway that leads deeper into the place, but it is actually locked by a padlock.
Right.
Like on both sides.
There's no other doors that go anywhere else. This is like the main one.
This seems to be the main one, yeah. This seems to be the main entrance to the temple. There might be some side doors, but that would be something you'd have to check out.
I'm just going to hold on to the padlock and go, Damon, you don't have the key for this padlock here, do you?
And I'll grab like the pummel of my sword. I think I do.
I think that
go ahead
should work.
And then I just walk over.
Do a strength check.
Try to beat its ass.
Yep. Kick its ass. Kick its ass.
Oh my god, Damon, I thought you had the actual key.
Why would he have the actual key?
Start smashing the lock super hard. I do have the key.
Yeah, start smashing that lock. Give me a lock smash roll.
A lock smash roll. I'm just going to attack it.
Yeah. Hashtag lock smash roll.
Take an attack at it. It is a 23. I think it hits.
It does.
Maybe.
Does 23 beat the door's AC?
So I won't add any modifiers, just obviously because it's like just hitting with the blunt of the sword, just the end of it. It's just
butt.
The 1d8.
Use the butt.
Sorry. The max damage. Push.
Oh,
got him. You crack open and like you feel like a little snap and break. It's obviously like a bit of an older lock, so you do manage to like crack it open relatively easily, because it's kind of like
as it like breaks off the door. I'll like catch it as it starts to fall, and I look over at Bog. See, I have the key.
He's got a point.
There's a calamitous ring as the chains fall from the actual gate, and like it falls open and eeks open. Inside through this next chamber, you see basically a rows and pews of like this desiccated building. There's like wooden beams falling down and crisscrossing each other in what seems to have been like basically a ruined like old house. Like you'd imagine that like people have been living here. There's kind of like filth and garbage and all this kind of like food scraps and such, and small rat nests of like twigs and bark and stuff like that. And at the very end of this hallway, you can see that like there's an actual like again a larger like symbol of Vanathar, and like there are some beautiful like kind of murals and stuff like that that have been broken over time, depicting Vanathar's rise and fall and the heavenly court and all that kind of jazz. But it seems lost to time and lost to something entirely unknown at this point. But the place again is silent.
Hey,
Sash wanders in, battle axe in one hand, shield on the other arm, just kind of like looking around, slow and steady.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
And it's at that point that you all kind of start to move into the space.
Yeah.
As you do, you hear a snapping up ahead, kind of in the front of you, and
like wood snapping or finger snapping.
It seems like wood snapping, and it almost as that almost as soon as that happens, you hear like a kind of like break and a move, like moving up ahead. As who's at the very back of the party at this point? I'm imagining it's either Baird or Lillian.
Me.
Yeah, it's probably Lillian.
Always be me.
And from descending off from on high, a creature lunges down and digs its claws into your shoulders, like as it falls down behind you, and like they're these black, heavy-looking claws as you call out in pain, as it then bites onto your neck as well.
Yikes!
Big yikes!
Roll initiative.
Big yikes!
Roll initiative, team.
All right.
I guess I couldn't have seen that one coming. So.
Do me a perception test, and if you succeed your perception test, then you may indeed have seen it coming and be able to respond a bit.
The perception check, perception check, and then if we do, we can roll initiative.
Was it just Lillian for the perception?
What the? So it's 13. Oh wait, no. I assume when 20 hits you. You do not manage to get your perception test. It does attack as it comes out of invisibility, of course.
Cool.
Gets you and bites you.
Thanks, I hate it.
Thanks, you love it.
Wow.
Sorry, Ben, it's us two down here.
Does a 17 hit you as well?
Yep.
Cool.
If you're all within 10 feet of me, you should get protection aura as well, so you should get +2 to your armor class.
It still hits then. That is awesome, but yeah, it's 1 over then. Unfortunate. Roll some initiative.
It's your bloody initiative roll.
Where is my thing with
Damon and I just like suffering. Wah wah.
I like walk in there and my mind just like goes like blank.
Just
David.
I'm going to bring you to this little rung here. Make sure you got all your... This is basically what the layout of the area will look like.
I love when you make a noise like that. I love all the different versions of that kind of noise that people make, because some people, like, everyone pulls it from somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just like that.
It's great.
I'm going to give you the orc as well. You don't have your new fun character just yet, but you get the orc, as Mog used to have.
Yeah.
And
you get fancy
this lovely little chap right behind you, Lillian. Look at that. Isn't that fun?
King-tastic.
Let me just move all turns. Yeah.
Hey, Keegan.
Yeah.
Should have taken that other spell, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Nah.
I was debating between two spells when I was updating Baird's sheet, and I ended up going with one spell when I could have taken Hold Person.
No.
Well, I wanted another offensive spell. Baird doesn't have many offensive spells.
That's fine. You picked what was best. Feel bad.
Also, do me a con save as well. Yikes. You take Did 17 hit you, by the way? Did 17
I like all the yeah.
Slow zoom in, like Lillian just
take 22 damage and roll me the con save.
Ow. 19 for the con save.
You manage to succeed. You only take.
So I'm already taking 22 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else am I taking?
I don't like this creature.
You take 2 poison.
Gross.
But you are not affected by the issues that would have been if you failed.
Okay.
Ooh. What is it? Now that we can see it, do we know what it is?
It looks a little bit like this image here. Hold on, I'm just going to pull it up for you.
Show us the book. What the fuck is that?
All
right.
right.
Look at that.
Oh, delicious.
Isn't he beautiful?
I hate that
Look at him
so
go.
much.
Wonderful.
Not exactly that, but it then looks like an Oni of some sort.
Ew.
But not quite. It's got stuff. Don't worry, you'll find out. It will be revealed.
Thanks. I hate it.
Thanks, you love it. You love playing games.
No.
Everyone loves games.
I'm quitting Jacob's games.
Good. I knew
It's
it.
too mean
All
to
right.
us.
I know.
So mean to us.
All right. So what was everyone's initiative? And do I have? Everyone's got the control of their character, don't they? Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
Yep. Be able to add your thing, except for
I did not.
Keegan, because you didn't get nothing. You hear me? Nothing.
None for Keegan.
Fine. My initiative was 20.
Yeah, I think. Then Lillian's was 18.
18.
Then Mog at 9, me at 8, and Damon at 7.
Ouch.
Go team.
I'm right at the bottom.
Oh, so sad. He is at the very end. All right. So what did Damon get?
7.
Let's put that in there for you. What did Baird get?
8.
And what did Asash get?
20.
All right. Let's go off, gang.
Go off, I guess.
Did Lillian get put in?
Yeah, what about me? Why am I 0?
What?
Lillian's 18.
What about me?
What about me?
It
isn't fair.
Ugh.
All right. Asash, is your turn first.
Cool.
It's wait. You got like this monster like
Cool. Let's pop bonus.
It screams as it like comes out. It's like,
Cool. Bonus
with
action.
this like deep
cantrip.
madness. Yeah, you can do it.
Bonus action cantrip cast create bonfire where this thing is standing. So can it give me a dex save against 14, please?
Isn't it standing on Lillian?
I'm like, am I being grappled right now? Oh.
Is this a grapple or is it standing in an adjacent square?
It's standing in an adjacent square.
Cool.
Cool. It gets 6. It's bonfire.
Cool. So it takes 2d8 fire damage.
2d8
Roll it.
fire damage. A cantrip.
For a cantrip.
Yup.
Welcome to Druids.
Oh wait, I rolled that for you. Oh well.
But it's all right. I'll take it. I'll take that.
Okay, you got 9. So 9
Cool.
damage to it.
So it takes 9 fire damage. Asash will then run up 5.
God damn, that's a big old boy, isn't he?
25. We'll run up to there. And then I'm going to take a swing at this thing with the battle axe that I have.
Yes.
It hisses at you. Like,
Le hiss. So it does.
that hits.
That hits.
It's gotta.
Sweet.
If I had any higher than that, you'd be dead.
Cool. So does a 23 hit? So
It does.
That's 1d8 plus 4.
Go for it. Make it 7 number 1. Nice. 9 damage again.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's Asasha's thing. I'll just go, shit, fuck. Throws her hand out. It explodes in fire. He then runs over and buries an axe in it.
Mm-hmm.
Solid move, to be honest.
Isn't that 2 actions, though?
No, the cantrip is a bonus action.
Huh, there you go. All right. Lillian, it's now your turn. You got a big old boy biting at you. Biting at you.
Oh, actually, no, sorry. That cantrip is a action cantrip. So
that would scan. All right.
That would scan. Never mind. Undo the fucking attack roll, the axe roll, I guess. Then he'll just run up and stand beside Lillian.
Yeah, sorry. Mushes. All right, Lillian, it's now your turn.
Does that mean I still have a bonus action then?
You do.
In that case, because welcome to Druids.
Turn to a bear.
No, that's a full action. Yeah, check that.
Dang.
But Lydian, you can take 3d6 of healing. Because I'm going to spend 3 of my Fey dice on Farm of the Summer Court. So you take 3. I'll roll that for you.
Yeah, go.
Give me that roll.
And now it is your turn, Lynn. You get to do it.
Heal that and also gain 3 temporary hit points.
That sounds good. All right.
Solid.
All right, Lynn, it's your turn. What you gonna do?
What am I gonna? I'm not being grappled right now. It's kind of give me a whack.
Yep.
Oh right.
It's hungry for your blood candies.
It's time to GTFO. It's a no from me, friends.
Lillian just like spins and backflips up the hallway. Goodbye, friends.
Disengaging is an action, yeah? Yeah, I'm going to disengage. Disengage and just back it the hell up.
Back it away.
Like, over here.
Nah, not today, Satan.
It's a no for me.
Back it away, back it away, back it away now.
And I think that's really all I can do. So
Mog's go.
Right.
Mog, take it away.
Mog's gonna his bolts at the creature. Stand here where Lillian was. And he's gonna smack. Wait, no. If I attack you, I get flanking?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm gonna attack here.
Double orcs.
Delicious orc sandwich.
Orc
sandwich. People are into that.
Yeah, 2 orcs, 1 sandwich.
Yeah. An 18 hit?
What?
An 18?
Need speeds.
Cool. So this is the damage. 10 plus, is that right? Yes. Just totally making sure.
10 damage?
Plus, I'm gonna do Branding Smite.
Go for it.
Level 2.
Level 2. Ooh.
Bring it out.
Spiffy. Only 5 damage. Whip.
But it now has a searing bright light on it on the part that I hit, and it now cannot go invisible.
Oh,
nice!
Aren't you clever? Oh, look at you, clever girl!
Just to really shove it in, I'm also going to have another hit. I'm going to flurry with my big maul like a big dancer, and I'm going to assume that 9 doesn't hit.
That 9 does not hit now.
No. I just wave it around.
You wave it around now.
A little too excited.
All right, Bed, it's now your turn.
Cool. I'm going to use my brand new spell. It's called Cloud of Daggers. And basically a big cloud of daggers surrounds that nasty little critter. And it's just on the little 5-foot square that it's on. Doesn't actually touch the other 2. And it doesn't actually do any damage until it starts its turn. But when it does its turn, it gets 4d4 of flashing damage.
Ooh. Starts its turn.
Yeah, do you want me to roll them now and you can just add it later?
Yes, please. That'd be great. And then after that, the daggers kind of form up. It'll then be...
wow, that was atrocious.
That's rough. Whipperoony peppers.
Oh.
11114.
Let's jot that in now.
And wait, I have bonus actions in which I'm going to turn around and give Damon some bardic inspiration. Boom.
Thank you, Bad.
Let me roll you my one. What is it? Do you roll the one? Wait. Sorry, 1d6. I think you get to roll the 1d6.
Give me 1d6 and I can add that to it, can't I?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Cool. I don't have the fun notes that Thingy did, but you know.
Well, it's okay. You have a fun character, Bad. It's fine. All right, so Bear just give me the inspiration to slam this creature in the tits. So I'm going to dash as an action.
Welcome to the gym.
Take it out of the tits. Get in the tits.
As my action, I will dash my 10 feet in. As you know, with my charger feet, I'm going to take my bonus action to make my attack, which will...
got some spicy juice, don't you?
Attack. Yes, it's very fun. It's very awesome. Very fun.
I live for the explanations of what Damon's doing. I really do. It's just like I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this, and I'm like, I feel like I'm watching John Wick, but it's being explained to me. It's beautiful.
I'm going in.
It's artistic.
Damon goes in. So he's going to actually end up here. He's not going to be out of his opportunity range. And he's going to flank it at the same time. So, we're coming in.
Is that where Mog is?
Yeah, that's where...
Yeah.
Oh, is that... Oh, my apologies. Where is Mog?
I think it's still being flanked, so I think you do get advantage on this.
That's fine, but I can't see Mog's character icon. Is it missing?
Oh,
no, it's there.
No, I can see it.
I can see it. It's all there.
I can't see it. Yeah, I literally.
Yeah, the Twitch can see it. That's
interesting. I don't have a Mog icon. There's nothing in that spot right there.
None for you.
Wow.
Screen. Yeah, very strange. I don't know.
I'm
Did you try moving for move it, Mog?
Oh yeah, okay.
Just move once. Oh, you were underneath it on my screen. Oh, you were underneath the creature. That's so weird. Sorry, that was so weird.
All right, that's good.
Dashing forward, making my attack. I'm going to be flanking. I'll go to here, so I'm still flanking against. Ooh. So it's going to be.
He does hit.
Beautiful.
Damn.
We're going to be striking with my +5 damage. Not going to move it this time. So I hit for 17 damage on the first strike.
Oh,
nice.
Go off.
I love Damon.
I'm going to do this again because I have an extra attack.
The seemingly useless martial combatant that we have. Again,
People who say
again, I
fighters and
hit.
shit have never played a good fighter.
That's damn right.
You can make a bad fighter. It's very hard to do. It's
18
very hard
damage.
Like fighters are just like, what do you do? I fight. Oh, good. How does that work?
Fighter-Man.
Does whatever a fighter can.
This is the first time Asash has ever seen me in action. So I like slide up and along its right side because it faced Mog after Asash, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So it's turned to Mog, and then as it's turned to its right, I've dashed in, slamming into it, and stabbing my sword into its shoulder, and then I've ripped the blade out of its shoulder blade for the 35 damage.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Cool. All right.
Oh, you know what? It's the end of the session. I'm going to action surge.
Treat yourself. It's the end of the session.
This time I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to not be gaining the charger bonus because that now will wear off because I'm no longer in that action. I will still have my extra attack though, and I will also still have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So I slap it.
You slap it again. You hit it.
Awesome. And now
you
I'm
were
down
expecting
to
this encounter to last.
For my new GMs, never forget. Always have multiple enemies for your party to face before they hit the boss for the session. That's all good.
All right, so I get 11 more damage, and then my extra attack slices back down for a 20 to hit again.
Yep. How much does it take?
And it takes another 13 damage, so another 23. I dealt 58 damage today in this one turn.
Yes, Damon.
Did he cut it into paste?
It is still alive.
What, mate?
That is my turn.
And then its go. It provokes an attack while retreating from Ashtrap.
Well, he takes as his turn starts, he takes 7 extra damage as well.
I think they were already.
Oh wait, no, you can't do that. He's gonna die. He gaseous forms into the because he'll just take another attack from Damon and then I'll kill him.
Yeah,
gaseous forms. So it turns into gaseous form and fades away into the floorboards because there's actually like wooden flooring in this one, not the stone flooring you can see there. But it descends into like a gaseous form and then fades into the actual ground and seems to move around a little bit. Is then Asash's turn.
Bro, come on.
I don't know, man. They don't stay in my head. All right.
Gotta see where
Asash.
All right. Can I see roughly where it went?
You can roll me a perception test.
it still has its glow on it, even if it's gone.
Yeah, it'll have a brand glow light on it.
So give it. Yep. You get you know whereabouts is in the floorboards is that you can see it kind of moving about 5 feet. It's moved about 10 foot in total. It's moved like this way.
Cool. Seeing as I still have a rough 5 foot area where it is, I'm then going to. Is it under the floor or
under the floor?
Cool. Do I still have technically have line of sight to where it is?
No.
Okay.
You know where it is though.
You know where it is, though.
So you can stab it. Just bury your axe in the ground, and then probably get it.
Yeah. Yes. What the hell? Let's try that. Let's take a steppy do up.
A steppy do.
Take one steppy do, and we'll take one big old swing with the axe. Is check my rolls. 70. Oh, that's not good. Floor got in the way.
Floor in the way. Unfortunately, no dice. But then is Lillian's go.
I feel like shooting at the floor is going to do very much, but
Got magical arrows.
Got magical
may
arrows.
as well do the thing.
Do
Find
the
out.
thing, Lillian.
You got this, Lillian.
Guess I'll shoot at the ground a bit and hope for the best. Alrighty. But I don't think I hit on either of them.
Nope.
No.
It is then.
Still a bit like, nope, no thanks. This is horrible.
Yep. Send
That
Mog's go.
hurt.
It seems to be coming after you, Lillian. It's like moving towards like.
I like to imagine Lily,
She's freaked
faces
out.
away while she shoots, like, oh,
Mog's going to run to in front of it, of where it's going. Try to put himself in between the creature and Lillian. And he's just going to just drop down his maul onto the ground and break.
Give it a smack. Go for it. Roll me dice.
Big schmack.
Give it a smack.
Oh, schmacked him.
It's got gaseous form. How cool is that?
that's actually sick. That's a great spell.
The gaseous form as well. It looks like bugs and a cloud of like mold.
Ew.
Icky.
Thanks,
Just have
I
to
hate
ruin it. Just have to ruin every cool thing as well. It's like
Why? Why did it be like this, Jacob?
because you're in a campaign of death and disease, and I don't make the rules. I just run the story. You know.
Can I use inspiration to re-roll the last one?
You may.
May.
Alright, 21.
Tell you what, you hit.
Okay. Then 10 bludgeoning plus.
Pumping all your juice in it.
Is this thing undead?
You suspect it is, but you're not sure.
Would I, if I do Divine Smite, it just damages it. It'll do more damage to it.
Roll it for me. And if it is undead, you'll know. Or you'll waste it. Who's to say?
Alright. So 13 radiant damage.
13 radiant damage. And how much actual regular damage? 5 regular damage, 13 radiant damage?
That's 16. 16 damage all up.
Cool.
Plus the 10 bludgeoning. 26.
It seems to be still alive under there. Then it's Baird's go.
Okay, sorry, I am just double checking some stuff.
Fucking 50 damage in the first round.
I can't believe it. Baird is going to move to Lillian's side because I have enough movement speed to do that, and then also, as an action, cast protection from good and evil. Gonna smear the little silver powder on her again.
Yay!
Can I do a quick Arcana roll to double check if I can figure out if it's a fiend or like undead or
Go for it.
what type of monster?
Get willing with advantage as well.
Oh, what is it's like
Oh, so close to. With advantage though. You would know that this is effectively one of the angels of Golduraya. It effectively is a creature that is formed from the malice and hatred that a person commits or like feels in their life, and can be made by the followers of Golduraya. Basically, by committing the disease to them and then like torturing them and mutilating them, and eventually they can like through the power of the disease become this creature.
Does that make it an aberration?
More of a demon than an aberration, but somewhere between demon, aberration, and undead.
Undead, okay.
Because it's effectively like in the weird cosmology of everything. So it's effectively a demon, a demon, a fiend. Yeah,
cool.
Fiend.
I'm going to protect you from fiends then.
See,
that's what you got protection from, which means that disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. So he gets disadvantages against her.
Yep, sounds good.
And you can't be frightened or possessed by him.
Damon, finish it off. End this.
All right. Well, Damon, like, in the turn now, but over the course of those turns was taking like a few steps back as this was happening, as he was like focusing on the creature.
Mm-hmm.
And then as it's kind of come into view, he dashes towards it the moment he comes back into view.
Mm-hmm.
And he dashes up to here, so he's still kind of in the Y formation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's again going to be the advantage roll. I really should copy paste these. I've got a macro these for sure.
Got macro.
Got a macro these for sure. One day.
Online gaming, good with macros.
I say this every episode. So 19.
You don't manage to hit. Oh, actually, you do. Oh. It's only got covered inside the ground. It is a gaseous one, but I'll give it to you anyway.
Well, so like my action here is as it's like, because it's still like I see that gas like rising above the floorboard, so like a little bit. I'm like more diving down with the sword on top of it, not like slicing outwards.
Yep, go for it.
So I'm gonna jump and leap down and like slice down with the sword, but only in like a short leap.
Yep, sounds good.
I hit for 18 more damage.
You like a hand, like kind of like a gaseous hand shoots up and like reforms as you're stabbing into it, and it like kind of wraps around the blade and kind of grips hold of it, and the creature seems to like come back to full form and then dies. But the sword is buried deep within its arm as you like finish it off, and like, and it weakens and softens, and this kind of like boiled flesh kind of starts to like rise and fall, like as it kind of slowly rots quite quickly, but is still like grasping tight on your katana.
Give it back.
You have succeeded in the fight. Congratulations, you've defeated at least this particular creature, but its ilk might still be around. Good luck. And with that, we will then end, of course, the lovely Veil of Dusk for this lovely season, but we will this episode, sorry. But we will be back, no doubt, in a few weeks to come back and give you that sweet, wonderful adventure in the realm of Ruskel and, of course, the country of Naminar, as terrible as it is. But I want to thank once again, of course, lovely Keegan, Mac, Trent, Steph, and Romy, and our lovely producer Caleb for assisting us behind the scenes, who's talking in my ear like a
little gnome,
guardian angel.
A little gnome. That's what he is. He's a cantankerous gnome. I've always known this. But we thank you all for watching, and please feel free to follow, subscribe, like, hit that like button, whatever it happens.
Ring that bell.
Ring that bell. Ding ding dong. And we'll see you guys next time. So thank you so much. Bye, team. See us on the Ardents. We'll be doing some cool stuff in the old Discords. All right. Bye.